Yeah, no.
One day, the
One
legends
day.
tell.
One day.
I admire your optimism.
Well, it happened once. It happened again.
It happened once, yes, period.
It has happened more than once.
I remember the good old days in Arc 1 where literally every episode everyone showed up. That was the good old days. But alas, you can't have everyone show up every time because life gets in the way.
Yeah.
Like, there is a very, very good excuse why Logan can't be here today, to be good. To be fair. Like,
Yeah.
But also,
really
to
fair.
be fair, since our sessions are only 3 hours long, I think 5 players is tad much anyway.
Yeah, true. I mean, originally I was aiming for 3. I'd go to 4 max, and then 5 people signed up, so I felt bad if I just said no to one person.
You would have revealed whom you like least.
Yes, I'll never reveal who I was going to say no to.
It's Ivo because he came in like after the rest of the sign-up process. I'm not sure why this is a mystery.
No, Ivo was one of the first, I think. If I remember right.
No.
No, he was the last. He was like explicitly the last player to sign up.
Yeah, I remember since I joined late and he was around and was like, hey, yeah, that'd be cool if you came.
Oh, okay, well, that just means I didn't remember who was the last.
I can't believe.
It's been so long. Like we've been playing for like
mysterious.
We've been playing for like over a year now.
Yep.
In theory, yes.
More or less.
Yeah, in theory, there has been a bit of a blank period sometimes. I feel like the beginning of the stream is just going to be like completely silent because of copyrighted music now.
Well, at least nothing important's happening, so
Yeah,
yes.
true. Just waiting for Pablo, who's going to be 10 minutes late.
Well, I can't change something that probably won't get hit. Seize! Play. Wow, my... Yeah. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna go grab something to drink, since we have a window.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
not a bad idea.
Daylight saving time screwed us over once again.
One day we shall defeat it.
I'm just looking back over the moment of truth chat. I'm really, really sad that Zach didn't take me up on my proposition. Yeah, he was umming and ahhing between which anti-Lamont to go with, and I said make a free version that has headphones instead of a scarf.
Oh well.
Okay.
Chronomon kind of. Oof.
Huh?
Fred, my boy.
Did Fred die?
Just. Yeah, Fred died. Poor Fred. He was the best of us. Anyway, I'm reading over the NPCs you posted, and I just checked Chronomon Destroy Mode out of curiosity, and whoa, those moves are pretty evil.
Yeah.
Good thing we didn't actually fight it.
A good thing you escaped. I especially like the first one.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one I actually got to use on you before you managed to get away from it.
Yeah, and we didn't really
The fruit
hurt
goes
it that much.
brrrr.
Okay, Fred is back. Fred likes good music again.
What's this song from?
The Trail series.
Nice.
It's also... it's mainly what I use, to be honest. It's like Trails and Nier, I think. I barely use anything else.
There's, out of curiosity, is there any specific reason that Mamimon is the only one with a real move with rolling? The rest are just.
So I actually put so Hexablamon has one as well, but I put it somewhere else rather than on his character sheet.
Oh.
And so does the Sorcerermon brothers.
Oh.
But they're not posted here yet, so just in case I need to use them still.
Okay. What's Hexablamon's rolling move? Roly move.
It's something about being frozen solid and having to roll to break out of it. Let me see what it was. Yeah, so when you are frozen by Hexablamon, roll Reckless. On a hit, you break free of the ice. On a 7 to 9, you cause significant collateral damage with the ice shards that break free with you. That was his special move. Not everything needs a special move though. It was more just like if it's interesting, really, or if it's like a situation that could come up, you make a special move for it.
Right.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure another one had a special move. Oh yeah, yeah. Musimon has a special move, but he hasn't used it yet.
Interesting.
Is that favoritism I detect?
Oh, and so does Felismon. I didn't realize I'd given it more. I feel like Keramon should have one, but I haven't got one for him. I feel like a lot of his is just being creepy in roleplay.
Yeah. Actually surprised that you said that he doesn't have a special move, because... Okay, I guess. But, yeah.
I mean, he technically does, I just haven't written it down. Like... Because, you know...
Teleporting around, or what?
I'm sorry?
Like, teleporting around, or what?
Oh, yeah, he has like, two moves. So the first move would be, like, him giving Digimon powers. The second move would be, like, not, like, avoiding damage with, like, weird magics. But neither of them really interact with the players very much. So, like, you don't have to roll for it. It just kind of happens, if that makes sense. So it's not much point in me writing it down. It just sort of happens. A lot of things are like that, to be honest. It's only when you need to directly interact with the move that I kind of write it down. Have we got a Pablo yet? Nope, still no Pablo. I love how jazzy this song is.
Yeah, it's a jazz remix.
So good. Alright, it's been 10 minutes. I'm gonna kick things off and Pablo can join late.
But he will join late.
Well, I mean, he's gonna join late anyway, but I mean, like, he can join, like, after we've done the recap and stuff, I guess. So, in the interest of saving time, let's kick things off. Previously on Digimon Vortex, you had a fierce battle against the Ice Sorcerer who turned out to be Hexablaumon. He was resurrected from his slumber in the Dark Zone. He was very, very pissed off that his version of the plan didn't work out, and different Digidestin were chosen and different partner Digimon were chosen than the Vortex Warriors. He was also pissed off that you guys managed to destroy 2 of the Vortex Warriors statues, even if it was an accident. And the Sorceron brothers had allowed that to happen, which made him very angry. You guys fought him. It was a fierce battle where you got caught in an ice blizzard. Swords were being shot at you. He eventually got pushed back though by medieval Digimon and the combined efforts of all the ultimate level Digimon as well. And he was offered a deal by Karamon, which he couldn't refuse, which is more power in exchange for something else. We haven't actually had that on screen. And he accepted. He evolved with the X antibody into X-Below-X. He became even more deadly, almost killing you all. But then medieval Digimon delivered a final killing blow, to which the last words of Hexablaumon were, but why? Before he disintegrated into data and scattered away throughout the Dark Zone, funneling towards the center. And that's where we sort of left off last arc. You guys are currently, I think this is a little bit of time after that happened. The day was saved, you're all exhausted. You probably went back to either Digimon's village or the Mayotismon castle to sort of recuperate, recover, have a sleep, get back on your feet. And yeah, which one would you guys prefer to have gone to, out of curiosity?
Vandemon's castle is the place
Castle.
where
Yeah.
the racist isn't.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you recuperated at Mayotismon's castle. It's a new day. You've
Kinda got better, though.
I do not know about that, however.
Yes, you don't know about that. True.
yeah, he's slowly rehabilitating himself. But yeah, you wake up in Mayotismon's castle. It's a new day. What is the first things that you guys do on this new day? You've just woken up in your bedrooms with your exhausted partner Digimon sleeping in the corners of your rooms.
Well, not gonna jump off out of joy. I don't know. It was a pretty rough night, so I guess just sleeping in, seeing if the others are fine, just contemplating life.
How's Sonyamon? Sonyamon, you're not a Digimon. How's Sonya?
Oh, technically we might be. We are digital life forms right now.
True. How is Sonya feeling about what happened yesterday? How we couldn't save Hexablaumon, how he died, the doubts that she was having beforehand about maybe the Sorcerermon were correct in what they were doing. How are all those thoughts settling in her head at the moment?
Well, she hasn't reached any conclusions about this yet. She knew that preventing more damage and going against the Sorcerermon was the right move, but she can't help but wonder if she maybe should have done something different. And she also feels a bit guilty since, you know, the whole Golfmon thing. She knows it's not rational since she wasn't there. It's not technically her fault, but it also kind of is. You know, well, she just feels bad about all this. Maybe she could have made a better deal with exchanging just herself. She doesn't know. Doesn't know what she should be thinking right now. She's a bit confused. Just happened. It's complicated.
Cool. So I
She's
think
probably going to search for the others, see how they feel. Maybe they feel better a bit.
cool. So I think you hop out of bed, Sonia. Wander over to the door. I think Pillowmon sleepily looks up at you as you stand up and starts floating, and then bops onto your head and falls asleep again on top of your hat. And as you open the door, you bump into Stella in the corridor. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
It's okay. It's okay.
I saw the battle that happened yesterday, and well, it was mighty scary.
It was, yes.
Is it always like that?
Well, a lot, yes. Sometimes we manage to talk things out. But
I don't know if I'd have it in me to do that once I meet my partner Digimon. I hope it never comes to something like that.
I hope so too.
This whole Chosen One thing's a great burden. I don't know how you guys do it. You just must have something special about you.
I don't know if I agree with this. I don't know. We're trying to act the part of chosen ones, to act like big heroes and stuff, but the truth is we're really just going with the first idea that comes to mind. We're trying everything that we can think of, but we don't know. We just kind of improvising stuff. Well, I don't even know what being a chosen one even means.
I think it means you're special. I think it means that we're here to do some good in this world, but man, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I barely even know how to look after an orphanage of children, let alone save an entire world.
You tell me.
You guys seem to just do it naturally, like you were born for it. It's crazy. I hope I can one day be just like you, Sonia. I think she's raising your unique and lowering your reckless.
Unique is locked.
Oh, your unique is locked. Okay, never mind. She's she does nothing to you. You already know how special you are.
Yeah.
Very well.
Thank you. I never thought I'd
Very special.
hear that from you.
That's quite the wording there.
So
Well, I'm sure you'll do just fine. You know, I've been doing all of this because I was inspired by you in the first place. So I was kind of imitating you in a way. So I'm sure you'll be just fine when the time is right and you'll have your partner with you. And we'll be there to help. So
I inspired you.
yes, of course you did.
But I left you all alone. I know I didn't intend to, but
Well, yes, but this and that are different things, you know. If it weren't for you, I'd still probably be on my own in the orphanage, kind of sulking in a corner. But you He showed me how to be brighter around people, how to not fear the contact and try and make friends. And well, I'm grateful is all. Yeah, I'm saying.
I'm grateful to you too. I'd be lost in this world, trapped in some creepy Digimon's trophy cabinet if it wasn't for you. And, well, you've grown into a fine young lady. I'll tell you that.
Oh well.
And
Gosh.
she says, "Come on, let's go get some breakfast. I can't wait to go to Digimon's village and meet my partners now. It's going to be a whole new adventure." She starts skipping down the corridor.
And I'll happily follow.
Cool. We'll cut in on Kageyaki next, shall we? Kageyaki, what are you going to do this morning?
I'm going to Taista.
Okay, you
Okay.
are you in your bedroom, Taista, or elsewhere?
I think when Taisto woke up, he got up and headed to get some breakfast, I suppose. And on the way, he was, mulling over what happened yesterday, the probably extremely likely immediate conflict that happened after we defeated Hexablaumon, and the very awkward and quiet march back to Vandermont's castle, and probably the very long discussion that he then had with Ghostmon in private before going to sleep. But yeah, he's heading for the dining room to get something to eat.
Cool. We can sort of flash back to you and Ghostman having a conversation.
You don't need to.
Later on if you'd like.
You don't need to.
Okay, we don't need to. That's fine. Okay, so you're in the dining room. Sorry, did you say getting something to eat?
Yes.
Cool. So
Probably already chowing down a bowl of oatmeal.
You round the corner. Doraemon's scuttering behind you. Today's decided not to be on your shoulder, weighing you down. You see Taisto eating at the table, and he's alone at the moment, so you're free to confront him with whatever you wanted to talk about. Is Ghostmon with you, Taisto, out of curiosity, or is Ghostmon elsewhere?
Who knows?
Ghostmon is probably not with Taisto at the moment. Taisto is just eating
I'm
oatmeal
back,
with a
fuckers.
thousand. Welcome back.
What
Taisto is just
happened
eating-
this whole time?
So far,
What wacky
Had a
hijinks
recap?
you go to?
No.
We are waking up.
Yes, we're waking
cool.
up the
Grass
next day.
and dust.
yeah, so it's the
Full
next
of adventure.
it's the next day after Hexablaumon was killed. We've had Sonia meet up with Stella in the hallway after waking up, and then have a bit of a heart-to-heart together. Stella's very excited to meet her new partner Digimon when you eventually go back to Digimon's village, and now we're in Kageyaki and Taisto's scene.
Right, yeah. You go on. I'll.
So Taisto is just eating a bowl of oatmeal alone with a 1,000-yard stare into the distance, mindlessly shoveling the gruel into his mouth.
Hey,
Taisto lowers the spoon and then refixates his 1,000-yard stare at Kagayaki instead, but doesn't really say anything.
okay, so obviously we have to talk about this.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
I don't think there's much to talk about.
What the fuck do you mean there's not much to talk about?
It happened. Wasn't. But it happened. And there's no amount of talking will change that.
It's not about changing what happened. It's about why it happened and how we can prevent it from happening again. It's also about your thoughts on it.
Hexablaumon and medieval Dukemon were engaged in mortal combat, and
the finishing blow was dealt while his back was turned, and he was struggling with one of our weakest melee combatants. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, off to meta here. It's literally not what happened. It is explicitly not what happened in the fiction.
No, that is. I literally just described exactly what was happening, actually.
No, it is literally not what happened. In the fiction, what happened was that medieval Duke after the whole blast thing, Hexablaumon and medieval Dukemon battled. They exchanged multiple blows. In the process, then medieval Dukemon got the upper hand and finished Hexablaumon off. He wasn't struck from behind. He wasn't like executed in cold blood. He fell down in single combat.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
That's how I remember
Debates
it.
are starting again.
That's how I remember it happening. Unless you remember something different, Kagiaki.
I mean, yeah, literally the last thing that happened before he was cut down was that he was struggling against Matadormon, a severely weaker opponent.
That may have been what happened before the move that then ended up doing him in, but that's not what happened in the fiction. The moves are part of meta that don't really interact with the fiction. In the fiction, what happened was that the two combatants battled each other.
So you mean to tell me that while he was on a level of power and exhaustion, that he was struggling with something severely weaker than him, they traded matching blows with something severely stronger than what he was struggling against?
What is the question?
That if he was struggling against fucking Matadormon of all things, then no, it was one-sided.
Not in the fiction, no.
So Matadormon and Medical Gallantmon are now apparently close in power.
Not necessarily.
Medical Gallantmon is also severely stronger in melee combat in the universe than Matadormon is.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
What I happen to remember from the events leading up to the final move was that there was a bunch of combination attacks. We blasted Hexablaumon with some kind of a sun sphere thing, and then there were like whatever the attack that Matadormon used and such, leading up to then medieval Dukemon and Hexablaumon X-antibody engaging in single combat that then ended up slaying Hexablaumon.
Matadormon was literally just slashing away at him with rapiers. He didn't even have the number advantage in terms of weapons.
So you rolled well, I guess. I can't remember what move you used or what not.
Yeah, so what I remember was, so this is my memory as the GM. What I remember was Hexablaumon accepted the X antibody, turned into Hexablaumon X antibody, fired out a barrage of icicles at you guys. You guys saved a whole bunch of the innocent Digimon bystanders. Medieval Dukemon took a blow for Taisto. Kagiaki and Sonya barely escaped the blades. And then you decided that a very large amount of heat would help weaken Hexablaumon. I think it was Metal Tyrannomon and I think it was sorry, the name of your ultimate form escapes me, Sonya, but their attacks together.
Luminamon?
Luminamon.
Luminamon, sorry. I think it was their attacks together created a big sphere of fire that started melting Hexablamon's ice, which severely weakened him. And then Matadormon closed in, engaged him in a bunch of bladed combat. Hexablamon pushed him back. Medieval Dukemon then engaged him in hand-to-hand combat, got the upper hand, and killed him. That's how I remember it happening.
Yeah, that's how I remember it as well.
That's murder then. Which is the issue that
All right,
Taisto in-universe is trying to avoid.
Sorry, so just that we're clear, we now agree on what.
So in universe,
which physical actions took place in universe? Because we can't talk about this if. Or maybe Kagayaki just simply saw it differently. But just as we're clear on what actually happened.
So in universe, Hexablamon was severely weakened by the fire attack, and while he held up his own in combat against Matadormon and Medieval Gallantmon, he ultimately couldn't, and you killed. Well, Ghostmon, Medieval Gallantmon killed him while he was weakened. It wasn't a backstab. It wasn't a dishonorable kill. It was just you killed him while he was weakened.
Yes.
If that makes sense. So
yes,
from Kageyaki's perspective, potentially because he was weakened, you didn't have to kill him, and that's probably what's pissed Kageyaki off.
I'll let Kagayaki do the talking from here. Sorry to interrupt this with this meta discussion.
No, it's better to be on the same page than it is to.
Right. So, Elliot, could you deliver Kagayaki's line again, please?
So, Hexablamon, for starters, was in mourning because he had just learned that two of the people he almost risked ending the world to save were killed by our hand. Okay, because they were killed by us, straight up. This isn't even up for debate. He was also enraged, and he was also severely weakened and struggling against a perfect level. If he was at the point in exhaustion where he was struggling against a perfect level, then we easily could have apprehended him without killing him.
No. Couldn't have.
You can keep denying it all you want, but it is the truth. And for once in your life, I would beg you not to fucking run away from it.
Kagayaki! Except Laomon signed his name in Karamon's master's book. He signed away his life at that point. And no matter what we would have done, he would have died.
We literally saved Mamon.
What Medieval Dukemon did saved him a world of pain. You have seen how much it hurts to be erased by Karamon's master. He comes calling.
We literally saved one from that. Mamimon is a living
Can't count on miracles. That one time was a miracle.
Shut the fuck up. It is literally what our Digivice can do. They clear away corruption. It is literally one of their most well-used functions. It is not a fucking miracle.
It is a miracle. And none of our Digivices glue. You cannot count on that to happen when it's not happening.
It is literally
Medieval
how they
Dukemon,
work.
If Medieval Dukemon had not taken...
Be careful with your words.
He would have
Be
died.
really fucking careful what you say here, because I am almost done with you. So be really careful with your selection of words.
Fucking go then.
Is that it? Is that your final?
Master jumps up. And it looks like he's really ready to tear Kagayaki's head off.
I think it's at this exact moment Stella and Sonia come hopping down the stairs. For dramatic effect, you know.
So again, you'll just choose to run away from your problem, punch it away, perhaps actually physically run away once more, come back 5 minutes later, hope we've forgotten about it, instead of actually fucking facing it for once.
Well, maybe that's better than having you take my legs away from me. So I can't run.
We are done here. Go fuck yourself eternally. I give up on you ever becoming a decent person.
Guys!
Stay up your ass forever, I stop caring.
The actual hell is happening.
I don't know how this discussion came to this, but let's calm down for a bit. Don't say or do anything we might forget later.
No, I'm sorry. I'm done with this asshole. I've wasted long enough hoping he would eventually grow a fucking pair, grow a fucking brain, put his head out his ass perhaps. Nah, not going to happen apparently.
He
just sits down and starts angrily shoveling oatmeal in his mouth.
And I think it's
angry munching.
at this point, Pablo, that you've like heard the shouting and it's woken you up. You're like coming down the stairs, bleary-eyed.
I'm a tough sleeper, apparently, I guess. So I'll run down to see what the fuck is happening, I guess.
But besides that, how are you holding up? Because you were one of the people trying the hardest to actually resolve it peacefully.
Well, I don't know yet. I wish we could have talked to them more, but they also didn't listen, and everything went by so quickly. It's we can't be too hard on Taisto anyway. We can't say for sure if he could have Exablamon could have killed one of us if I don't know. It's complicated, but don't be too harsh on him, okay?
Don't worry, I will no longer be any harsher on him ever again about anything. Like I said, I give up on him.
But that's not good.
No, it isn't, but I am fucking exhausted of his shit.
Well, let's table that for now, I guess. Let's calm down. Whether we could have done something different or not, I don't know. But we can't mull over that forever. The fact is, it happened. We'll have to deal with this. And maybe we can make it up somehow. It's... Because it's not like Taisto's the one at fault here. The Sorcerermon could have talked to us any number of times. We could have talked to them a number of times as well. If Gulfmon never happened in the first place, no, it's not important. It's not important. We're all friends here. We might have made mistakes. We might still make mistakes.
There's another issue, actually. If Medical Gallantmon is fine with killing one of his oldest and closest allies, then what else?
Yeah, at this point, a bowl of oatmeal is going to fly from across the room. Maybe hitting Kageyaki on the head, maybe going, slightly, only barely missing. I don't know. Probably only barely missing.
Point that you see like Pablo in the background,
smashing against a wall.
Mature as always.
You don't get to say that.
Anyways, if he killed one of his friends, what else is he willing to kill?
Take that back.
No, it is actually factual. It is a factual worry.
You think he liked it? You seriously think? How fucked up do you have to be to think that he actually enjoyed killing his oldest friend.
How far up your ass do you have to be to completely mistranslate what I just said?
Oh, that is actually what you just said.
No, it
You
is
think he
literally
liked
not.
it? Do you
I
think he
never
liked
said
it?
it. I never said that.
You think this is easy for him? You're taking out your own traumas, your own inadequacies, your own
Oh, says
whatever the fuck it is
fucking
you are
you!
on everyone else. If you want to fix yourself,
Remind me, how
start
many
with
times have you
yourself.
actively run away?
Well, at least all of my friends still have legs.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
That's hurt. Ah.
Yeah,
So-
Kageaki, he's raising your superior along your kind. Do you accept
No,
that?
he isn't.
Do you accept it?
No, he isn't. He doesn't have influence over me. I took it away last
See
season.
that? Okay, fair enough. Good. Never mind.
So you will keep deflecting, you will keep running away, anything in order not to face the actual problem.
You will keep
As
projecting.
always, you will
keep,
be a
you will
fucking
keep,
toddler.
you keep pretending that your issues can be fixed by well, anything except you yourself.
Is
This-
that all?
this is great
Just
because I don't
another
know
attempt at deflection? It is all you have.
You are actually deflecting. You're projecting. You need to, if you want to fix your own issues and your own inadequacies, you need to start with yourself.
I already have.
No, you clearly haven't.
I
When is
have
the last
actually.
time you spoke with Higeki? What did you chat
A
about?
couple of days ago, actually.
And how did that go?
I opened up my heart to him and explained my issue, which is now how we'll start actually the healing process slowly, like functional human beings.
You have not been a functional human being at any point in your life, Kakaya.
Are you just going to
You
keep
like to
doing
pretend
that?
that you are. You think you are, but you're not. If you
Are you
think-
actually going to keep doing this, just attacking me, hoping I will let you deflect? And keep avoiding the actual problem, because you are really fucking good at that.
You are in fact you are living in a fantasy. You think that we had any other choice in the situation that we were
We
in,
did.
and we did not. We did not.
Yes,
You
we
were
did.
not there. You were not the one who was actually fighting Hexablaumon in the end. Nor was Matadoromon. The only one who was there was Medieval Dukemon, and he knows, and I know, that if
How?
he had
You weren't there,
hesitated,
you
we
weren't
would have
fighting by your
all
own words.
died.
Your own words. You actually just disagreed with yourself. How do you know it?
Because I happen to be Medieval Dukemon's partner.
You weren't
You-
fighting there, though.
Oh, but I have eyes. What are
So
you
do
even on
I.
about? And you're wrong.
Ah, lovely. That's a take. Ah, guess I'm wrong.
You say that I have my head up my ass, but you are in fact the one here who has his head up his ass. You have invented an entire new story or fantasy where somehow we could have talked down Hexablaumon when he was hurling deadly, lethal attacks at us and our partners, and the only thing that was able to stop him from destroying the entire world was Medieval Dukemon doing.
I said apprehend, not talk down. But I guess you weren't
That was
listening
not
at all.
possible. But it's clear that you weren't looking at all. Maybe you were admiring your own reflection in a sheet of ice or something, because that is not what happened.
Or perhaps you
There was
like
no
to
apprehending,
avoid looking
and
at
even
the
if we
other
had,
options
he
because
would
it's
have
easier to
died
say,
anyway.
"Oh, there was no other ties. We had to kill." Because if we didn't,
no
then we
choice.
fucked up, and that's not possible. That's not allowed. At least not for you.
If we hadn't all of us would have died, and the
Nope,
world
you
would
don't
have been
know that.
destroyed.
You don't know
Yes, I
that.
do.
No,
Yes,
you
I
don't.
do. Yes, I do.
Can you look into the future? And I was under the impression that Sonya is the one that does that.
Oh man, don't bring me into this, guys. That's enough.
Sorry, that
Don't you
was an
think this has
example.
gone long enough? How many times will this keep on happening? None of you is trying to meet the other in the middle, trying to see the other's point of view. Both of you have done bad things in this place. All of us have done bad things here. And it's not by shouting at each other that we somehow make it feel better. It's not by pointing fingers and say who's the most to blame here that we're somehow going to save the world in a better way.
And you know that. Okay, calm down. You know what's actually important, however, about us fucking up, everyone fucking up. You, me, everyone else. We admit it, we understand it, we strive not to have it happen again. Taisto runs the fuck away, comes back 5 minutes later, and hopes everyone forgot.
It's not.
I-
It's not true.
I think
You
it's
have done it numerous times.
I think it's at this point Doraemon speaks up. He says, "No, that's not fair, Kageyaki. You know more than anyone that killing somebody is a hard thing to do and a hard decision to make. That he may have messed up like we have in the past, but don't you think we can talk this out rather than shunning him for being closed off? Maybe we just need to give him some time."
If he was
Yes,
actually
it just
willing
happened.
to admit he fucked
just
up,
happened.
perhaps. But he isn't. He thinks it was necessary. That's the difference. He doesn't recognize it as a mistake.
As somebody
Well-
who hesitated to stop a genocide, I think that a split-second decision is something that is made in the moment. Whether it's a good decision or a bad decision is what comes after. It takes
He
time
didn't
to
even
accept
make the
one's
choice.
mistake.
Yes, it is.
All I'm saying is, don't give up on him yet.
No, I'm sorry. I'm done with him. After that talk, I'm just done with him.
Can you just leave 5 minutes to breathe? It's a tough thing to just swallow up and try and process. You know, we'll have this talk many more times, I'm sure, but don't act too rashly, okay? Just you might need to cool off, and I understand you're pissed, and you might be justified in doing so. But just give us some time, a little bit, okay? We can eat our breakfast and try and calm down.
Well, he gets to have all the time in the world now. I'll take my breakfast, my food to my room.
Cool. You
Yeah.
grab like a...
Seem to have lost mine. Tyster says and stomps off.
Cool. So Taisto stops off down the corridor. Kageyaki, you like grab out like a pan of chocolat or something from the cupboards and take it upstairs. Doraemon trailing behind you, leaving Pablo, Sonia, Stella alone in the kitchen.
Yeah, Pablo was just in the background the whole time, just like drinking milk or something.
Yeah, Gazimon's just there like eating a bowl of popcorn. Like, well, that was entertaining.
Yeah, that was a great like spectator experience, really.
He's like, no, I was sure one of them was gonna throw a punch, and it was gonna be such a cool fight.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna like kick each other in the shin, but sadly no, that's a shame.
Yeah,
I think that in the
guys?
background there's Ghostmon with a dustpan just cleaning up the remains of the bowl and the oatmeal that Tyster threw, trying as hard as possible to not get noticed by anyone.
Does anyone want to see if they notice him?
I don't know. I'll react to Pablo first for a moment.
Cool, yeah.
is this just a show for you guys?
So, uh, uh, I was too
Never
asleep to
mind.
do anything. Like my brain half works, so kind of.
Fair enough. But
I think Gazimon like puffs his chest out and he says, "Look, Sonya, the way I see it, that argument was not about killing Hexablama. No, that argument was about who's going to lead this team. They've been at each other's throats since the very beginning. It's about time they fisticuffed until one of them came out on top. That's my 2 cents. Survival of the fittest. It's the rule I've always lived by. Ain't that right, Pam?"
Never change, Gazimon. Never fucking change.
But you agree with me, right? Like,
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
acting
I don't think
like
I should
children.
punch him. They are, yeah, but I think they just need to like think about their feelings for a while, sleep on it, and I'm sure they'll get back together. They always do.
well, if you say so. I think
we don't.
at some point in the future,
But they
those two
did
are gonna
fight.
face off.
Kayaki would win in a fight for sure. I agree.
What? Kageyaki? No.
Yeah.
Taisto's got this in the bag. Have you seen him throw a punch?
Yeah, but like he's too frail. Kayaki could like he's a fucking fortress. You could punch him. Punt him even.
I guess Kageyaki does have the advantage in his inventions, but like without the inventions, like fair fight, Taisto got this. Like
I don't know, man. I guess we'll just have to see.
I don't know. I'll bet you 100 bits that if they fight, Taisto comes out on top.
Guys, stop it. We're not going to fight. We're not.
200 bits. That Kayaki.
Are you betting on this? Really? You know,
I mean, we have to,
it was a
to get
life or death
something from it.
situation.
We have to get something from it.
I think we like see Cute One in the background, and he's like, "Wait, you guys are betting on something? Let me in on this."
Yeah. Who's gonna win in a fist fight? Like Taiso or Kayaki? What do you think?
It's obviously Zach.
You know that's factually untrue.
He has a Koagamon shield. Like, come on, he's the obvious leader of the team.
Yeah, but like fist to fist. No, like defense. He's as
I
frail
mean-
as an old man. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, I guess I've never seen Zach throw a solid punch before. So, I mean, he did get an area in a headlock. So, you know, he might surprise you. I'm gonna bet on the underdog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet on the underdog.
Alright. 300 bits, see who wins.
I'm glad your guys are having fun.
Don't stress it, Sonia. It's not your responsibility. They'll get over it.
I hope so, but that's we're a team, you know. We should stick up for each other, but we keep on yelling at each other and trying to find out who's to blame and trying to resolve things by one-upping each other as well, and it always gets personal, and when it's not a punch that's being thrown, it's their feelings are getting hurt, and we're going nowhere with this.
Yes.
I think Stella rests a hand on your shoulder and she's like, "Kind of reminds you of the orphanage, doesn't it?"
Oh boy, I wish.
Everyone getting into fights, everyone falling out, and it's this
Wait,
girl
question.
who picks up the pieces. She says as she like.
Does
points to it.
Pablo know about the whole like orphanage backstory? Or is this like the first time he's hearing that?
It's up to Sonya.
Sonia.
Good to know.
Did I know?
Good question. It feels like she wasn't really keeping it a secret.
I mean, you were
but
in an orphanage
If I
in the
didn't
dream
know, this
world.
could be a better moment. Like if I didn't.
we were in an orphanage in a dream world. That's true too. So
In one of the prologue episodes, didn't we literally come to your orphanage to give
it's
you?
also true, but I don't remember if everybody was here for that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasn't there most likely.
I
we'll
think we
assume
were
you
all
know.
there in spirit.
Yeah, we'll assume you know. That seems logical.
Okay, so I know already, basically.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
So I think Stella says, "So yeah, it reminds me of the orphanage. And who picked up the broken pieces? This girl. But you're the lady at the house now, Sonia. I know it's tough, but I know you can bring this family back together. And I know that yesterday was a fierce and terrifying fight, but I've seen you guys together and you're amazing. You're better than anything we've ever seen before. And, well, I think you'd run a damn fine orphanage." And
Thank you.
That's such a
That's a
weird
good idea.
compliment.
yeah, it's a very weird compliment but it's one that probably hits home for Sonya.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
I think she wants to raise your kind, Sonya, and
Ooh.
lower your superior. Do you accept that?
I do. Don't see why I would refuse.
She's basically telling you, like, you know, everyone's
Okay.
got to be on the same level, everyone's got to get on the same page, and you're the one that can pull them together.
Okay, I'll go talk with Taisto first, since Superior it was okay. I'll go talk with Taisto first, since he was probably the most shaken up by this. Pablo, if you want to talk to Kagayaki in the meantime, might not be a bad idea. If you don't, it's fine too. I understand if you want
With
to
all
stay.
due respect,
Well,
I think it is a
I
bad
don't
idea.
think Kayaki's in a good state
Yeah.
of mind to talk to.
Fair enough.
Kayaki and Pablo are not a good pairing to have talk.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're not the best of pods, I guess.
You literally
Sure.
took a move that forbids me from having influence over you. I don't think.
That's true, I forgot on this.
Yeah,
That
like,
is-
I
literally,
think you're one of the
That's
worst options,
one-sided.
actually.
Pablo doesn't give a shit about what Kagayaki thinks of him, but
Yeah.
but that doesn't.
asshole,
Just because Pablo doesn't give a shit about what Kagayaki thinks of him doesn't mean that he can't, like, care about Kagayaki, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like
he also thinks I'm a
maybe-
robot.
True, I do think that, but I think maybe like because of Sony, I think Pablo would be like, okay, well, you know, I'll help. I'll go talk to Kayaki.
Yeah.
So does
If he doesn't want to, don't force it. But you know, I just check up on him, seeing.
anybody
Well,
notice
you know.
the ghost one in the corner yet?
Osman is already gone.
Those monsters.
Ghost one's gone. Okay.
Convenient.
Do.
But yeah, so I guess I go talk to Kayaki and Sonia goes talk to Taisa.
Mhm.
Or
Okay. Who wants to go first? Shall we do? Let's do Pablo Kagayaki. I think that's a really interesting scene to have, considering we haven't really had a heart-to-heart between those two characters before. So how do you approach this, Pablo?
I guess I'll like walk up to him. I'm guessing he's like sitting down somewhere because you know.
I'm in
Edge.
my room.
Oh, you're in your room. All right. So I guess I'll like knock because I'm a good person. And I'll just yeah. I don't know if you respond or
Yeah,
Kayaki, you there?
yes,
Can I come in?
sure, I guess.
No, of course I come in and I'll get close to him and I'll be like, so, are you alright? Or is so shaken up from the fight?
I mean, the fight itself didn't really affect me. The consequences of the fight, though, and how we move forward, yeah, I'm shaken up about that and what it means about the group.
Yeah, I understand. I know it sucks when stuff like this happens, but yeah. So I was kind of observing from a distance, and I didn't really hear. Why do you get so mad at Taista? What's the issue?
Because time and time and time again, he fucks up, refuses to acknowledge it, or if he does, he runs away and comes back hoping we forgot. He adamantly refuses to grow from his mistakes, and when you point that out, he just attacks you.
I know he can be, an asshole and condescending, and he fucks up, but don't we all? I mean, sometimes.
No, actually, the rest of us acknowledge we fuck up and strive not to have it happen again.
Yeah, but you gotta understand why it could be hard, leading the entire thing. So much pressure, and that like a split-second decision can ruin everything. He's just, trying to do the best thing he can, and sometimes it's hard to
No,
acknowledge you're wrong.
I'm sorry, but no, that is not the impression I get. I get the impression of hero complex asshole who's so far up his ass that he can't see the light.
I understand. So, are you gonna just stay here, or do you wanna, go down?
No, I'll stay here. I'll let you guys chill.
Well, all right. I'll go talk to Sony. I hope you get,
Yeah.
That was so unfruitful.
That was a talk!
Yeah, like,
Okay, I just Stonewall.
just stoic as fucking hell.
Yeah, I think
Now
as-
you'll understand why I fucking hate him.
Yeah, I think like as like you leave the room, Pablo, like Doraemon tugs on Kageyaki and he's like, "That was a little rude, don't you think? He was trying to help you. We've been trying to open up to the others so that we can work better as a team, and it seems like you're reverting back to stonewalling everyone again." And, well, I thought we made an agreement, Kageyaki, that we would work hard to, create a unit together.
I'm sorry, Taisto at this point is a special exception.
He might be a special exception, Kageyaki, but Pablo was only trying to help. You didn't have to be so, I don't know, robotic towards him. It was not
He asked for my thoughts, and I gave him my thoughts.
Yes, but you have to understand that not everyone thinks like you, Kageyaki. You're a very intelligent person. You think just like I do. The logical thing to do would be to process the mistake you made and accept it and try to do better, but not everybody's as logical as we are.
If he had done that a literal single time, I would be considering it, yes.
Taisto's a very emotional person. He's driven by his heart, and
he's an asshole, I'm sorry, he's just an asshole.
That may be. But he's still part of this team. And if we're gonna save this world, we need him because he's been chosen.
And that is absolutely terrifying.
It may be terrifying. But if we don't fix this, then the entire world's at stake. And the mistake that I made that caused genocide is not going to be fixed.
Look, we've been over this. We don't know that it was actually you.
It's my memories. I remember everything very clearly.
Yes, but you're still working on conjectures.
I was inches away from destroying Yggdrasil. Inches! And then it had the cruel twist of idea to make me a chosen one. I take the job very seriously to protect the world, but working for that thing... I can't stand it, Kageyaki. I want to end this, save the world, destroy Yggdrasil as soon as possible.
Honestly, with how the world is, Yggdrasil is probably not a very good administrator. Apathetic at best.
He tried to destroy the entire world. Wipe out every Digimon I've ever met. I know I wasn't a good Digimon in my past life, but I couldn't let that happen. I'm not going to let it happen again. You've seen the horrible forms that Caramon's brought into this world? Those are the X-antibody. The thing that allows you to survive a purge from Yggdrasil. That means a purge is coming, Kageyaki. We don't have time to bicker and quarrel and talk about who's an asshole. We need everyone. And you're the only one that can pull everyone together, as far as I'm concerned.
We need everyone who's in the
The
liability.
planning, the foresight, and the understanding to know that useless quarreling and bickering and blaming isn't going to bring us closer to our goal.
That is actually part of why I gave up on him, because I know it will keep being useless, because he never listens. He refuses to listen, to grow, to do anything worthwhile. Time and time again. And I've wasted so much fucking time on him that could have been spent on something, anything productive.
We all have our weaknesses, Kagayaki. Maybe Taisto doesn't have very much foresight or hindsight
At all.
at
So
all.
far.
But we all have our weaknesses. Sonia's overly kind to a point that she would sympathize with an opponent.
That's
You're
good, actually.
You're overly objective to the point that you can't see people's emotions and feelings. Pablo and Gazimon, they think fights and arguments and emotions are something to be choked about because they deflect and don't want to feel them themselves.
Attention himself.
Zachary runs from things that he fears and leaves everyone else to deal with them. We all have baggage. We all have flaws. Not everybody can be a perfect person. Please, just... I'm not telling you to give him a chance. I'm just saying you have to bear with him and work with him. Do it for me, if not for anyone else.
I will work with him out of necessity, but I have officially given up on him becoming a person.
Then this isn't going to work, he says. And he walks towards the door and opens it and he says, I'm going to give you some time to think about things, but if you and Taisto can't get on the same page, then the entire world's doomed. He leaves and closes the door behind him. Leaves you to your solitude. How does Kagayaki feel in this moment?
Honestly, being asked to make anything work with Taisto, hopeless.
Who would you go to seek advice when you're put in a situation like this? Or would you usually just mull it over yourself?
What are friends? Can you eat them? Yeah, no, he
The most
just
Kagayaki thing I've ever heard.
he just moved over himself.
Cool. So,
Like, in his eyes, he's tried time and time and time again. It was a fruitless endeavor, he gave up.
I think the greatest irony is that Taisto actually opens up about his mistakes all the time, just not to Kagayaki, because Kagayaki is like Kagayaki.
That's true.
okay.
Never there to see it. Darn.
So I think the next scene that we have is Taisto and Sonia. Taisto, before Sonia meets up with you, I want a very
Yes.
quick scene.
Sure.
Are you like, I don't know like what emotions going through Taisto at the moment? Are you like crying at the situation, or are you more like just incredibly furious and like heading towards your room and gonna slam the door, that kind of vibe? Like what vibe are you giving off right now?
I think Taisto is at the castle's ramparts, like sitting on the battlements, his feet hanging over the edge, just taking the scene. He's probably fuming, like actually like literally seething with but with also tears streaking down his cheeks. And he seems to be he seems to be strangling someone in his thoughts, probably. I'm not really sure how to describe describe his habitus at the moment, but yeah, he seems a mix of both, like actually infuriated and also incredibly sad. What's that? Disappointed probably is a better term for that.
So I think you're like sat on the ramparts at the top, looking very angry, tears streaming down your face, and then you hear behind you this sort of squeaking and rolling against the dirt. You hear like gravel and rocks being kicked out of the way of what sounds like a wheel. He heard you, didn't he? You hear from behind you.
Buster turns over to see witness Higeki.
Yeah, it's Higeki. He's sat in his wheelchair. He's got a black tarp over where his legs should be. He's wearing his lab coat. He's like holding a lunchbox that someone's prepared for him, which has like some like meat from the farm in it that he's just like munching on. It always happens sooner or later. He pushes away the people closest to him, and it hurts when he finally abandons you, he says as he wheels the chair closer.
Why is he like that?
Honestly, if you ask me, something hurt him in the past, and it's never been the same since. But, he has so much potential, so much mind power, so many great ideas, but the one thing he doesn't account for is how people are feeling. When you need him to rely on that fact, he doesn't respond very well. Now, for me, I lost my legs, he says as he looks down to his tarp. You're lucky to only get out with a few tears, I'd say. You know, he tried to reach out to me the other day. I want to forgive him, I do. I want to be friends with him again, but I just don't want to be hurt like I was before. You see, I don't mind not having my legs. What I mind is that when I lost them, my best friend didn't come to see me, didn't check if I was okay, just carried on inventing and creating and working for his mother and father, and, well, I got left behind. He only looks forward, does Kageyaki. Well, I don't want to be behind him anymore. I want to show him that I don't need to rely on him. I can be my own person. And you don't have to rely on him either, Taisto. His opinion shouldn't matter to you as much as it matters that your opinion matters to him. He's a cold man.
I wish that was the case. I really do. Out of everyone possible, why did he get chosen instead of you, for example? Why does he have to be like he is? I could strangle him where he stands right now if he was in front of me, but I can't. Because I can't change the facts. Neither can he. He's the chosen one, so there's no way to. Please, Higeki, I need some time alone.
Okay.
Don't think there's much I can do right now to figure this thing out.
I'll leave you to process your thoughts, but if I was you, I would care for him as little as he cares for you right now, he says. And he wheels himself away. I think he is trying to lower your kind, Taisto, and raise your superior.
Yeah,
You accept
yeah,
that?
I figured. I figured. No, I don't. I don't accept.
Okay. Roll to reject his influence.
I'll try to unreject. It's superior, right?
It's just
Just
roll a flat 2d6.
Just roll. Just roll.
And if you
All
have,
right.
I think if you have
Don't.
an insecure marked, then you get a -2 to it, but I don't think you do.
I don't have it yet. We'll see about in a moment. Apparently, I successfully reject his influence.
Okay. So when
Nice.
you successfully reject his influence, you get to choose 2. So you either get to clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Shift one label up and one label down of your own choice to show off how you feel about yourself, or cancel Higeki's influence over you and take +1 forward against them on the next roll that you have with them.
I'm going to cancel Higeki's influence and take +1 forward against them.
Okay, so why does Taisto not care about what Higeki thinks of him and his situation?
Taisto is incredibly hurt by Kagayaki in this case. He genuinely thinks that there was Taisto is genuinely hurt by Kagayaki, yes. But even though Taisto feels that Kagayaki is wrong, misguided, completely, in the wrong direction, projecting, weak, at all those things, he thinks that Kagayaki, when Kagayaki said that he started with Higeki and said that he began this long process of healing or whatnot, he also thinks that Kagayaki was being genuine. Especially now that Higeki actually confirmed that this discussion actually did happen. And that's why right now Taisto probably feels that Higeki is also speaking out of a place of having been hurt before, and isn't giving a very objective or supportive view of the situation. His advice may come with not a grain of salt, then probably more like a bag of salt.
Right. And what's the second option you choose?
And the second option is I'm just going to shift my labels. Let's see. I think that realization right there is probably, I would say, kind up and superior down. Yeah, makes sense.
So the opposite of what he was trying to do.
Yeah, basically the opposite of what he was trying to do.
Cool. And how are you going to act to prove him wrong? In that sense. Oh, sorry, it's the other one, the one that does that. Never mind.
That's
this
not
is just how
the
you
one.
see yourself. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, we'll let you superior, pretty kind. Higeki wheels himself away to let you like think about what happened. He's obviously still very bitter deep down about what happened with Kageyaki. He opened up to you, let you know that he wanted to forgive him but couldn't, and gave you some things to think about that you didn't agree with. He wheels himself away, and like as he does, he like almost runs over Sonia's foot as she comes up the ramp. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a bit clumsy." He says as he like wheels around Sonia and heads back down into the castle. Sonia, you see Taisto sat on the ramparts. He's looking out over the edge of the castle, his feet dangling over the edge. He has some dried tears on his face, and he looks very angry but resolved.
Hello. How are you holding up?
That was probably not a very good time, Sonia.
I know. I'm just here, to just be near you, You're my friend, and friends just share stuff when they're sad. Is that okay? I won't say anything if you want, just... It's never good to just stay all alone.
So doesn't make any move to object.
Sonia's going to creep a little bit closer then, just as he doesn't seem to reject her. Yeah. What are they, huh?
Promise not to say anything.
Right, sorry. I'll stop now. But if you want to say anything, just... well, go for it. And she's just going to look the view that Taisto is looking at. Just not saying anything, but trying to, offer an air of comfort, maybe an air of confidence, maybe like, yeah, like it's okay. We're in this together, without saying anything, saying it out loud.
You gaze out into the...
She is saying these things without saying anything.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
You look out into the not very scenic dark area. The sand's buffeting below the castle walls. You see like little streams of data colourfully glitter like stardust in the night sky across above your heads, even though it's the morning. You see the data of deceased Digimon heading somewhere towards the centre of the dark areas. You assume survival of the fittest has once again happened somewhere in the dark zone, but it's beautiful to see.
Yes, beautiful murder.
From it's you didn't see the murder, you just see the data flying through the air.
Great, yes.
You mean it is aesthetically pleasing to the eye?
It's aesthetically pleasing to the eye, yes. It's colourful and sparkly and looks nice when everything else is kind of horrible and wilderness. The wind up on the top of the roof, it's not as bad as it is down on the ground, so it's kind of nice to see the sand make patterns and buffet against things. It's kind of calming and meditative. Do either of you
Very
say
shaking
anything?
up.
He's very shaken up.
Sonya's
Taisto
going to
says.
move in closer.
As in, Taisto said the words, he is very shaken up out loud.
Ah. This okay. Who is Kageaki?
No, Ghostmon.
Postman. Ah, yeah. Well, I'll bet. Have you seen him since then?
Yes. Talked. We had a pretty long chat yesterday before going to sleep. Imagine if... I hope you can't imagine, to be honest, but if Stella turned evil and you had no choice to or if I had to do something like that to Einari, or I imagine Kakayaki to Higeki, it's not
Pleasant. Yeah.
no.
Well, these thoughts of, you know, losing the one dear to you, having no choice but to separate from them, I do know that. Sadly, I struggle with this pretty often myself. So yeah. Well, I can't say I know what it is you're going through. Everyone has different experiences, but... Well, I'm not a complete stranger to this, at least. Are you managing all of this stuff, all of these kind of thoughts?
Taisto turns to look Sonia in the eye, and Taisto's eyes are like swollen red, tears streaming down. He gives a weak, ironic chuckle I just delivered. Then looks back at the landscape. I don't think I am.
That's fair. That's fair. Well,
Okay,
we've been...
thinks...
Yeah, go on.
I don't understand what he thinks would have happened there. Like, we were all there in the same situation. Why does he think that there was any other choice?
Because
there was no other option, right?
I don't know. We can't tell what options we haven't tried. We can't tell. I agree that they weren't listening, and I agree that this was a great fight and we might have died at any moment in this. I won't blame you for what happened. As for whether or not this was the only choice, I can't say for sure. No one can. We're not gods. We don't have omnivision of every possible future that could have happened. But that doesn't matter. We can mull over.
That's not what this is about. In the end, when it came down to it, there was no other choice. The Hexablauma would have killed us all, or the evil Digimon did what...
Maybe. Well...
And he has the audacity
blame him?
He's a problem solver, you know. He sees a problem and he says, "You go fix it," and he's trying in his own way, and I'm sure he's because he went through similar stuff himself. That he thinks that's probably easy. Just don't do it anymore. You've learned the thing. You don't do it, done, and that's it. And go fix the problem. And yeah, it's a lot more complicated than that. Well, I won't be mad at him either. He's struggling in his own way. He shouldn't have said some things. That's true. He shouldn't have yelled at you. Probably shouldn't have yelled at him back. But that's not the point.
No, I shouldn't have yelled at him. When he started accusing Ghostmon like that for doing what happened,
Mm-hmm.
talking about Ghostmon like he's some kind of an evil maniacal murderer. Couldn't help myself. I
understand.
I had to make him see some sense.
Yes.
He's
it's
too
true.
much of an ass. Realize the facts. Which is extremely ironic considering that he prides himself on being on top of the situation and being the rational one. He can't even realize what was actually happening
That's true.
there in that situation.
But, well, nobody can really realize what's their own blind spots. That's why they're blind spots. How should I say this? We have difference in opinions, and we have our own ways of dealing with them, and it's true that there's something we don't realize about ourselves and that we could always try and fix. But at the end of the day, the situation is very much unfair. We haven't asked for this, and we're trying the best we can to try and make it right. But who knows what even is right? Maybe I don't know. Saving the world can mean many things, and many people have tried in their own way. We've all seen good Digimon do really bad things in the name of great stuff, in the name and great ideals. They wanted to protect people. They wanted to bring back their loved ones. They wanted to make a good difference. And it is difficult to see clearly through these motivations and those Digimon who should be seen as bad or redeemable or not. And well, maybe Kageaki has a bit of an issue with this. I don't know. I'm not in his head, and nobody else is. We can't assume to know, really. Maybe it's all a misunderstanding. Maybe he doesn't really blame Ghostmon. Maybe he doesn't even blame you.
Ghostmon. Oh, he blames Ghostmon for sure.
Well,
You heard him.
I heard him. I did. But what I mean to say is, behind his blame of Ghostman lies an even bigger blame for himself. He went through this whole thing and he just probably doesn't want to see anyone else go down that path. So if he's so severe with you, it's probably because he doesn't want you to have to grow to the same things. Maybe he realizes that, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he genuinely blames Ghost Mom, maybe he doesn't.
You do, Sonia, realize that we're talking about Kagayaki.
Yes.
Doesn't have the capability really care for others like that. He might want to. He doesn't.
He's a human, just like you, just like me. Of
See?
course, he has the capability.
I would have considered him more of a robot than anything. The way he's attacked me and Ghostmon. Do you remember when we went to the beach? After what happened with Ogremon and Leomon. Back then when we went to the beach, sent you all off. And then sat down because I wasn't feeling very well. Kagayaki came to me. Well, he was around. And I did my best to help him. He was going through exactly the same situation. I extended my hand out to him, help him. And he can't even do the same back to me. The situation is reversed. He starts screaming and pretending and being all high and mighty instead of trying to actually help.
Maybe. Well,
Blames and becomes judgmental.
That is one of his faults. I do agree. He has a short temper. But you see, how you describe them as a robot, maybe that's part of the problem. You know, if he's seen as a robot, probably because he's protecting his own feelings even more than anyone else here. If he's protecting his own feelings even more than anyone else here, it's probably because out of all of us, he's the most afraid of being hurt. And that means that he also probably doesn't always mean what he says and does stuff to make us go off his trail, so to speak, to not pry any further into his own issues and maybe blaming others and trying to fix others is part of this. But I wouldn't say he's a robot, and I wouldn't say he's incapable of helping you. You know, it goes both ways. If you think he's incapable of helping you and trying to take a hand, that's all you'll ever see him as. You'll never conceive that maybe through his own ways he's trying to make a good difference in this group. It doesn't work. We can all agree that this situation is not ideal, but that's why we need to talk more frankly and we need to really understand each other. You both get angry quite quickly and try to defend yourselves very quickly, and that casts a shadow over the whole conversation in the first place, and no one is ever going to understand each other like this. Well, it's going to take some time, you know. You don't need to interact with Kagayaki right away, but I'm asking you to look at him a bit more carefully. Maybe look at his good points for change, and look at your good points as well. And I should ask him to do the same. Just maybe you'll be a bit surprised. See how much you have in common. Both care a lot for your partners. You both care a lot for your friends.
Sonia, could you
You
roll
know.
to comfort and support Taisto?
Oh, I will. Hopefully, just a base roll. As I don't think I have influence over him, so
It's roll plus kind, I think.
plus kind, plus 1. Okay. And I do not have influence. No, I don't see it. Okay.
No, you don't. No one has influence over Taisto, except Einari.
That 7. That's good. Right.
Sonia's kind is only +1. What?
Yeah, I switched him up after a while. Probably the dark, edgy arc, you know.
You need to get your kind up real fast.
I do.
Yeah, you're the main
I'm
comforter
working
of
on
the
it.
group. Cool, so on a hit, I suppose, assuming that Taisto wants to open up, they hear you. They can mark a potential cleric condition or shift their labels if they do open up to you. So,
Yeah. That's a tough one. Does Taisto open up? Well, I guess Taisto's already opened up to Sonia, so I don't think I can take that part back. I'm not sure that the argument or sentiment that Sonia went with there is the most effective one, but Taisto already opened up, so I'm not gonna undo that. So I guess he hears you. Let's see, what should I take? Not potential. Clear condition. Shift labels. I think Taisto shifts labels kind up and unique down.
okay.
Being told to listen to Kagayaki and try and find Kagayaki's good points as if those exist is the task that unfortunately Taisto hears in this case.
Cool. I think it's at this moment, Taisto, that as you look out over the Dark Zone area, and you're admiring some data that's floating through the sky, you see this massive burst of light shoot through the edge of one of the Dark Zone areas. It's like a big beam of light that pierces the Dark Zone, and then stops. And it's coming from the direction of where Digimon's village is.
Well, crap.
So do we
just a
change the
second, sorry.
soundtrack?
I need to
Do
relocate.
we want the all-new
real quick.
soundtrack for this?
Oh, is it a good beam of light or is it a oh shit beam of light?
So that is why I'm asking. It's either the barrier being diffused or something very bad.
You can't tell. Just a beam of light has pierced the Dark Zone.
Great.
You know, it's very hard for anything to pierce the Dark Zone. Like, you had to be let in by Digimon. So something's just shot through the Dark Zone. It didn't look like a Digimon did it. It looked like a Digimon piercing through. It looked like just a beam of light energy just bursting through and then stopping.
Damn.
Oh crap. So sorry. Where exactly
what's
is
Pablo's
the
situation
light?
right now? Did he see that?
Sorry, where's Pablo right now?
Yeah, like where is he right now? Like did he see that? I assume so. So it's a giant beam of light, but
I mean, we can totally say that you were like walking down like a spiral staircase somewhere away from where Kagayaki was, and you see it out the window. This big beam of light just pierces the dark zone. It's the brightest thing in the zone, so it really hurts your eyes to look at. But yeah, it's very hard to miss. What's Pablo's reaction?
I'll like go rushing to where the others are. Like, what the fuck? Like, did we all just see that, or am I going insane?
Sorry. So where is the beam of light like aiming? Where is it like going?
It doesn't look like it's particularly aimed. It's literally just like a burst of energy has erupted through the dark zone. Like something outside of it has shot something at the dark zone barrier and it's pierced through. It's not aiming anywhere in particular. It's just pierced through like there's some sort of battle going on outside the dark zone.
Okay, so Thaistop hops on his feet and looks in like shock at what's going on over there. And then he's like, well, and leaps off the rampart into air, and then from somewhere, Ghostmon like comes out of invisibility, evolves to evolves.
That's enough.
That's enough, he says to the beam of light.
I forgot to say that's enough. No.
How dare you, beam of light?
You will not do whatever you're doing.
Out of curiosity, Sonia, right? What's your reaction to seeing Taisto jump off the roof of the castle?
No, don't do it, it's not worth it.
So Taisto leaps off the edge of the castle, and then from somewhere out of invisibility, probably having been eavesdropping on the conversation that Taisto had with Sonia, comes Ghostmon, evolves to Flame Wizardmon, and the two of them land each on one of the matchstick staff things and use them as surfboards, going through the air and shooting into the distance. And Taisto yells, Sonia, get the others. There seems to be something afoot.
Okay.
The two of them then fly over towards the village.
Can we communicate with each other inside the barrier?
Your Digivices work to communicate with anyone with a Digivice inside the barrier. So
okay, so that's fine. She's going to take her Digivice and yell, guys, we have a situation towards Digimon's village, probably. So we might want to check that out. Taisto is already on his way, and I'm going to follow suit, okay?
Alright.
For Kagayaki, he wanted to clear his mind, so he'd be somewhere inside the castle right now looking for materials to build anything. Don't know if he'd actually see the thing happen or not.
That's up to you, I don't mind if you see it.
Then let's say he saw it and just immediately hopped on an evolved Doremon and started heading that way.
Cool. So I think we get this shot where Taisto's shot off from the roof, and then literally beneath him we just see you on the back of Sanglutmon, and there's this parallel of you going in the same direction, but he's in the sky, you're on the ground. Sort of paralleling that you're both going in the same direction but have different viewpoints in your arguments. I think then that's when Sonia's yelled, "Beat back up!" and then we see everyone else jump on the back of their Digimon and get towards the edge of the dark zone.
We're gonna teleport ahead and see what's going on.
You're gonna teleport ahead, sorry, did you say?
Yes. Teleporting is faster than going there normally.
Cool. So what we see is the dark zone. We get a pan shot of the forest outside Digimon's village, you teleport out of the dark zone, and we see some. To you, they look like angels. They're wielding these long yellow staffs. They have big white wings on their back that look very beautiful. They have metal helmets on, and you see one of them, which has a blue ribbon twizzling down its torso, yell out, "Stop, heathen! Hand of fate!" And this beam of light erupts from his hand and pierces the stomach of a Digimon running for its life from the dark area that you've tried to resettle. I want to say it's a Dark Dramon. Just get.
I am pretty sure it's not a
Dark Dramon.
Sorry, I
I
always get them mixed up. You know I always get them mixed
Yeah,
up.
they're just
Devi
casually
Dramon. It's a Devi
Casually,
Dramon.
it's murders in ultimate level.
Casual solution ultimate.
A Devi Dramon has its stomach pierced by this light and immediately evaporates into data. And you see the data stream back towards the dark area. And it like pierces the barrier and I think Taisto, you see it come through the other side. You see this colourful purple data like twinkle in through the edge of the dark area and shoot across the sky towards the centre. And then you pierce through the barrier.
What the fuck?
So we shoot out through the barrier, and we see basically what's happened.
Okay,
Currently happening.
angels are attacking. I'll try to stall till the rest get here.
How many angel things that we totally don't know are Angemon are?
Hey, some of them could be Pidmon.
So you see one Angemon, which is the one that just pummeled the Devi Dramon to death. You also see several Pidomon, who have like pink cloths but look very similar, have less wings, who are also hunting down Digimon. That's what you can see for now. There's about 5 of them that you can see. There's probably more. But they seem to be hunting down the virus-type Digimon in particular.
Right.
You like hear in the distance another of the Pidmon. You hear him yelling out, "By order of the Celestials, you will be judged!" And you see like you roll to defend if you'd like to stop this, but you see him like unleash fire from his staff, which is heading towards a black Gabumon.
11.
Cool. You teleport in, grab the Gabumon. What do you do with him?
I'm sorry you're going inside the barrier again. It's probably safer.
Cool. You bounce back inside the barrier and drop off the black Gabumon. You rolled a 10+, so pick one of the following options. You can either add team to the pool, take influence over the black Gabumon that you just saved, or clear one of your conditions.
No time for insecurity.
Cool. So you lose insecure.
Okay.
Sonia, Pablo, you see Kagayaki teleport back through the barrier and drop off a black Gabumon as you guys like rocket up beside him.
I mean, we should probably like check the black Gabumon. Like, what the fuck has happened?
Cool. So you like hop off Lynxmon and what do you say to the black Gabumon? He looks really shell shocked, very scared for his life.
I guess like Pablo would probably try and get some like information, like what happened, you know? Or is he like too shocked? Or, like...
All he says is, "My dad, you've got to help my dad."
Where is your dad? What can we do? I mean,
He's in Digimon's village. They came for us. The Celestials, they're all here. They're hunting us down like animals, sending us back to the Dark Zone for deletion. It's terrifying. I don't wanna die. But I don't want my dad to die either.
Don't worry. We'll make sure you're all right.
You don't understand.
Is Sonia like next to me, or is she?
Yeah, I think she like pulls up next to you on Sheepman.
Yeah, I think Pablo like turn to her and be like, we gotta go in to help.
So which one's helping who? Like helping the? Where's the dad?
Huh?
Well, which one do I help?
I think we should
Like,
probably go with.
Take the Gabuman with us and run away. And I forget where was what's the situation on the field right now? Like, is there someone in imminent danger of being smitten?
So all of the Dark Zone related Digimon that are outside the barrier trying to negotiate building a village and whatnot are being hunted down by the Celestials' elite task force.
We should probably go then.
And
like to the village.
from what you can tell, the Gabumon's dad, who was Black Garurumon for context, who's the one who's supposed to be leading the village, is apparently in peril.
Wait, sorry, what? Cut off. What did you say?
So I said that every single Dark Zone Digimon that's outside the barrier is being hunted down, and that Black Garurumon, who's Black Gabumon's dad, he's in peril of some kind that Gabumon's too terrified to talk about.
God, this is. Where the fuck we go? Oh, that's. Do we go like back to the village, or do we maybe like Dad is already caught and injured?
Okay, taking the ones that seem that are most likely to get hurt and putting them back into the dark area. They can't go through there, right? Where's...
I usually don't have to take moral decisions like these. I'm just leaving it to Sony. I feel like she's the one that will make the best decision here.
Well, okay, let's bring them to the safest place I know, which is the dark area, probably. They can go in right now.
They can't go in. They
They
can't go in, they probably won't bother going in.
Yeah, they probably don't want to go back to the dark area after they've just got out.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
But they can leave again.
True,
they do have the pendants still to let them leave. It's more.
Okay,
like,
well,
the
I
moment
say
they left,
we
they got persecuted.
prevent more of them from getting sent to the dark area in the first place.
okay, well then, if they don't want, then if you don't want to go inside, just run away, and we'll try to hold them off as best we can. We'll probably have to attack with them first. Okay, how many of them are there? What's...
So I just said
I mean,
there's 6 of them that you can see when you first come through the Dark Zone area and you pop out into the forest near Digimon's house, but there's probably more. You don't see Black Garurumon, but you know that he's in some kind of danger and he's in Digimon's village apparently. You see several Dark Zone Digimon running for their lives, being hunted down by Pidomon and an Angemon leading them.
Okay, I'll try and go in the center of the battlefield and use the cannon to shoot just blanks in the sky, but just as a way to attract the attention of everybody. Just do a loud bang in the middle of everything, and that's quite enough. Thank you very much. We're the Digidestined, I'll have you know. Could you please state your business before hurting anyone in our jurisdiction? The area, yes, area that's on within our jurisdiction, yes.
You see like Andromon float up to you. He says, "By order of the Celestials, we are to purge these evil Digimon that have escaped the Dark Area and return them. They are to be judged by Anubismon."
Not evil? Come on. And is the order of the Celestials any higher than the ones of the Holy Digidestined? Come here to save the world?
The Digidestined are here to protect the world from evil. The Celestials and the 3 great angels that govern them are here to keep the law of the digital world in order. These heathens have escaped a dark prison they're supposed to be inside of. This is their punishment. They're not supposed to leave. And he flies away, back to the hunt.
I'll try and apply right in front of him. No, no, no. Then they've not been punished. Those little ones have just been born there. They don't know what's going on. They don't have any rights to be punished. And we as Digidestined have decided that we have witnessed that these Digimon are not evil. Have you tried to talk to them first before trying to murder them?
I'm afraid the orders of the 3 great angels are final. If you stand in our way, you too will be purged. Now step aside. The last thing I want to do is doom this world by destroying a Digidestined.
And the last thing I want to do is see innocent Digimon get murdered for no good reason. So, you should probably go back where you belong. I don't want to hurt you as well. And go and tell the great Celestials that they they can't just hurt a poor innocent Digimon, or the Digidestined will be pissed. Yes. Is that what I should say? Oh no. Oh, I'm not good at negotiating things.
Could you roll to provoke Andromon? You might make him like hesitate or second guess what he's doing. He doesn't appear to be the one that's in charge. He just seems to be leading this small task force of Pidomon. There are obviously others and someone higher than him.
Okay, I have no conditions. That is fine. Okay. Which ones I have? Yes, 0.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, mark a potential for failing the roll. I think Andromon doesn't listen to you at all.
Yeah, as much.
Yeah, he doesn't want to take orders from a Digidestined. He works for a higher order. He yells, "Angel Rod!" and just smacks Sheepmon to the side and flies back towards the forest, where he starts hunting down Digimon again. When you get hit to one side, you get pushed further towards Digimon's village. And as you smack into the side of the toaster that makes up the city hall, you see the commotion going on in Digimon's village. There's Digimon that aren't even from the dark area, that just happen to be virus-type Digimon that were living in the area, being purged by these angels without mercy. You see Wergurumon Black and his brother, Wergurumon Black II, fighting in the center of town against an angel that looks slightly different. He has this big metal helmet on. He's got like a purple shield across his arm. He's got like a lightsaber thing sticking out the back of his wrist. He looks friggin' awesome. But he's like dueling against these two Wegarurumons without breaking a sweat, and causing severe collateral damage to Digimon's village while he's at it.
I think that as this unrecognizable, very cool, freaking cool angel Digimon that has silver wings and a full metal helmet and a lightsaber in the shape of a thing that's probably called Excalibur, I imagine. Couldn't possibly.
Probably. It's totally not Magna Angemon, guys, or Holy Angemon, or whatever you want to call him.
Anyway, yes. When Holy Angemon goes for a strike, that would I don't know, decimate one of the Wegarurumon brothers, or maybe an innocent passerby, he gets struck by a ball of fire. I would like to defend someone, please. Thank you. Yes.
Cool. Roll to defend with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Oh. 1d6. Please. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Not gonna happen. That's 6.
Cool. Does anybody want to help Taisto? Wait, you only rolled 1d6.
I rolled the other
rolled
2 in the previous
before.
roll. I rolled just straight up, and then I added the.
I see. Okay.
I added one.
Does anybody wish to use the one team currently in the pool to
Bakayam.
Help push that to a 7?
What is it do?
It's 2, 3 plus 3, 6. Plus 1, 3. Yeah.
It's 1 plus 2 plus 3.
Yeah, it's the 2 different rolls.
Because he's rolling with disadvantage, so it's the 1 plus the 2.
Okay, what did I miss while I was doing the thing?
There's there's one Magna Angemon who's fighting the two Wegarurumon brothers without breaking a sweat. He's about to deal a killing blow to one of the Wegarurumons. Taisto wanted to defend them by throwing a fireball at the Magna Angemon.
Oh yeah.
But
Yes, we thought then.
What do you do?
So seeing that he's ever so slightly going to be too late, Karayaki does a quick cast and whips up some shadow tentacles to hold Holy Angemon's arm back as long as he can.
Cool, so that bumps it up to a 7.
Yay! Alright, so let's see. 7. I don't think that actually gives us anything except exposing myself to danger or escalating the situation.
Yes, indeed, but you do
also,
help.
I do actually then get to... I'll just add the team to the pool because we worked as a team. Yay. So refund the team.
Cool.
But yes, somehow, please, GM, expose me to danger or escalate the situation.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to double check something real quick, and I've just confirmed it.
He is using shadow magic, his antivirus Digimon. Purge!
Yeah, so
I expect to hear
Holy Angemon gets blasted or, gets knocked back by the fireball from Flame Wizardmon.
Sure, so he gets hit by this fireball, and then the tendrils wrap around his arm that has Excalibur and hold him back. And the leader Wegarurumon doesn't miss a beat. He just does a front flip and full on roundhouse kicks Magna Angemon's face into the ground. You see Magna Angemon spit out some data as that happens. And you see a whole swarm of Angemon rush to his aid. One of them hand of fates the tendrils to break loose Magna Angemon, and another one grabs him by the shoulders and picks him up and pulls him away from the fight. And you see him spit out more data and say, "Heathens! You think you are immune just because you are digidestined? You too are viruses that shall be purged from this world."
Why is it always guys like
That's
this?
enough.
Oh, he said the thing!
He said it! He said the thing!
Scratch it off your bingo cards, guys! Scratch it!
Oh, I didn't do the part. Let's go!
I love how this system immediately changes for the comedy.
Right. Anyway, that's enough out of you. We are the chosen ones, and it's our job to defend this world against evil. And your wanton attack on this innocent Digimon clearly constitutes as evil. And I hate to break it to you, but you're definitely outmatched in this one. So how about you make yourselves useful and give us your leader, and we can talk this out before anyone else has to get hurt.
Magna laughs in the face of you flaunting your digidestinedness, the chosen oneness, and he says, "The word of the three great angels is the only good in this digital world, the purest good. Their words contain no evil, contain no mistrust. They know what's best for this world. They will guide it into a new age."
I'm very sorry to hear that, because I'm not in the greatest mood right now. And I'd rather avoid having to escalate this. But these Digimon are under our protection, and that is far more immutable than whatever stupid orders your bosses have given. I've had an axe to grind with them for a while, and I'd rather not take it out on you.
And trust me, I'd rather not purge the world of the digidestined. At least not until your job's done, he says. I can't believe Yggdrasil picked virus-type Digimon. Should have picked we great angels to lead the charge against the darkness. Fighting darkness with darkness is pointless, he says.
Are you sure you are allowed to doubt the choices of Yggdrasil? Isn't that like your god?
Maybe my god. He may be testing me right now. Doesn't mean I have to like it, he says.
Oh, you're testing me right now.
He like pushes his Andromon away and like uses his own wings to float. Says, "Stand aside, or you will be purged too. This is by order of the three great angels. I'm not backing down."
I'm extremely sorry to hear that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Same Wizardmon. Let's go.
Okay.
It's a real quick roll to see if how to approach this. Yeah, I think so too. Alright, it does work. So yeah. Taisto and Flame Wizardmon, and in the face of this very open challenge, spring forth to action, and in the process, Flame Wizardmon's body is enveloped in this shining, like fiery light, and from it hatches. From it hatches Mistymon, who then launches into an attack that meant to incapacitate Holy Angemon. Probably some kind of a magic spell that would hammer into his body armor and knock him out of the fight.
Cool. First, clear a condition because you rolled a 10+. Second, roll to directly engage a threat.
Yes.
And then we'll cut to Pablo
Clearing.
after that because he was away for a little bit, but he's back now.
Clearing hopeless and dicing. That's an 8. I choose to resist or avoid the blows. So, yeah. So, Mistimon and Holy Angemon, they fly at each other, and Mistimon is able to knock away Holy Angemon's Excalibur. And then when he's about to land a blow at Holy Angemon's head, Holy Angemon manages to then raise the shield, and it's blocked. But in the fight, he failed to take account Core Dart, which then shoots a beam of fire at Holy Angemon's back and knocks him down and staggers him for a moment as they then launch into a fight with each other.
Cool. So yeah, we just see this awesome clash of blows between them. I think as the sorry, what's the attack called? Something dart. The fire.
Or dart.
Or a dart. As that hits Magarjamon, you separate for a moment. And he says, "Enough! You do not deserve."
Said the thing too.
But that's my line.
That's enough. You don't deserve to be Digidestined if you take their side. Only I can get rid of you. Heaven's Gate! He draws a circle with his Excalibur.
That one's bad.
And this golden gate appears in front of him and begins to open. And as it does, you feel this unparalleled gravitational suction towards you two. Does anybody want to save Taisto and Mistimon?
No, they can die. That's fine.
I am busy doing stuff in the background.
You'll live
Maybe it's at this moment that a certain angsty teenage boy and his metal Tyrannosaurus Rex burst through.
Possibly, yeah. But
You're angsty?
that is true, am I? I feel like I deflect my emotions, but not angstily.
Okay,
I'm cool.
the class clown and his
Yeah,
and his
that's a good one.
Tyrannosaurus Rex burst through.
I should do that. But sorry, someone called me and shit, so I wasn't very active. I know what's happening, but where is Pablo in relation to Taisto right now?
So you've just come through the Dark Zone barrier. Taisto is currently in the middle of Digimon's town. From the top of Dark Tyrannomon's head, you can see the village, and you can see that Taisto is having a conversation with some kind of holier-than-thou looking angel, and that they sort of traded blows, and now there's some sort of gate opening in front of Magna and Jamon.
Right, so I guess Dark Tyrannomon can go to Linkswan right now, right? That's not blocked.
Yeah,
behind.
you can slide evolve to Linkswan.
Alright, so yeah, Dark Tyrannomon would become Linkswan. I'd ride on him, we'd get to the village.
Cool.
Assumedly, I'd see the battle, and I assume, Gazimon being the hawk that he is, would become Dark Tyrannomon. And I don't know if he goes to Dark Tyrannomon. I don't know if this. I imagine so, but.
So you're coming to help Taisto, right? So you're embodying friendship. So you can roll to Digivolve if you want to.
I will. What even is that roll?
You roll plus conditions.
Alright. How many? What do we even have condition wise? I don't even have the play sheet open. I suck.
You have one condition marked at the moment, and it's guilty.
Ooh. Okay, so that's 2d6 plus 1.
Yes.
Yep.
On a 7+, you Digivolve. On a 10+, you clear a condition as well.
8.
Cool. You Digivolve.
So that means. Cool.
Yeah.
So I assume maybe a sequence where Linksmon sort of jumps out, turns into Dark Tyrannomon midair, and then grows into the kaiju that Metal Tyrannomon is.
Yes.
And
So
how
So I was going to say, so you land with this massive thud that like shakes the very earth that Metal Tyrannomon stands on. Because, you jumped into the air when you digivolved. Probably not the best idea when you're a giant kaiju.
No, it looks cool, I mean.
It looks very cool. So you land with this giant thud, this extremely huge kaiju of a metal Tyrannosaurus Rex is now overhead. This puny little golden gate sucking Taisto and Mistymon in. What do you do about that?
Right. Yeah, because Magnanimon, I assume, is like not that big, right?
Oh, Magnanimon is like, I mean, he's as big as a normal Ultimate would be.
So he's as big as
how big again?
He's about as big as what Mistymon is.
All right, that works. So I guess Magnanimon will just snatch him up because he's gigantic.
Yeah. Cool. So do you want to roll to defend Taisto?
So what roll?
So Taisto's your friend, right? When you leap to defend your bond or rival in battle, roll plus superior instead of plus savior. So it's +1 rather than +3.
Yeah.
Great.
Getting fucked over by that.
So the 2d6 +1, you said? Yeah.
Yes.
Epic. Ooh, a 5. Fuck.
Good news, you both die!
Hey, potential.
Yeah, mark potential.
Epic.
Cool. So I think like you go to grab Magnanimon in your grasps, but like as you do, like a flock of Angemon just get in your way and like hold up their staffs and create this glowing barrier that repels Metal Tyrannomon's hand.
Right. Oh, that sucks.
It like burns as to the touch. I'd like you to mark hopeless, Pablo.
All right, that's bad.
And Taisto, you start getting sucked in towards this gate that's now open wide.
Well, it was a good run while it lasted.
What do you do?
Let's see. I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Sure. So I think that as both Mistymon and Taisto are getting sucked into the what is actually the name of the move?
Gate of Destiny or Heaven's Gate, one of the two.
Heaven's Gate, right? Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate
is being sucked into Heaven's Gate. I think Mistymon actually like straightens up in air and realizes that he's going to actually use the gravitational pull from the gate to his advantage, and then shoots faster than he could before to strike away Holy Angemon, and then like flourish and then strike down the Heaven's Gate so that it breaks. So basically, knock away Holy Angemon, and then pivot from that to striking the Heaven's Gate so that it doesn't actually murder my character, because that would suck.
That would really suck if that happened.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm umming and ahhing at the moment, right? So it could be an Unleash Your Powers roll. It could be a directly engaged threat roll. I don't think you're actually directly... I mean, you're kind of directly engaging the threat, but at the same time, you're more...
I mean, the point is that I'm trying to like hurt Holy Angemon so that I can take away the fucking gate.
Okay,
I'm trying to take away the gate.
So you're trying to take away the gate from them. Okay, cool. So directly engage a threat.
Sure. It's a 5. I fail miserably and I die. Oof. Well, there we go. Roll the new character.
I'm not the type of person...
into reckless jail.
I'm not the type of person that would kill you. I think what happens...
Potential.
Yeah, my potential.
I did.
And then I'm just going to make a GM move real quick.
That sounds good. That sounds fine.
I'm in danger.
Wow, we have shit luck today, huh?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
In potential, yeah.
So
No, hold on.
what happens is, from the ground, you hear somebody leap up. You feel an arm reach around your waist, Taisto, and fling you out of the way. And you hear him say, "Say the others!"
No,
where
not
Garurumon
Gigi.
number 2
Oh.
has jumped up, saved your life, and has been
Oh,
sucked
good
into the
thing it's
portal.
number 2.
Oh, well, fuck.
He gets
If
sucked
I'm
in.
being
he
honest,
gets
number 2 was a bit shit.
He gets sucked into the portal. The gate closes, and you see the other where Garurumon go, "No, brother! Kaiser Nail!" And he like slashes into the air like with all his might, and like these like purple streaks of claw slashes like shoot up rapidly. Like he is not thinking right now. He just shoots everywhere. Buildings around him like get slashed to pieces. Magnarangemon is like parrying loads of these blows with his Excalibur. He is fully occupied by Wegurumon at the moment, but the other one is gone, unfortunately.
Oh.
Taisto, how do you feel that you got, firstly, that you got saved, and secondly, that it cost another life?
Yeah.
I think Daisto's like grip on reality is starting to kind of like shatter a bit. He hasn't exactly had the best 2 days, and he did want to confront the angels, the celestials. He wanted to knock some sense into them. He wanted to like he like he said he had a bone to pick with them to begin with. It's not exactly going how like he envisioned it to start with, and he's a bit taken aback by how like absolutely idiotic and reckless and actually like murderous the Celestials are being. He was well, I wouldn't say that he wanted to die, but you know, it would have saved him a lot of headache, especially compared to the alternative where he gets saved and someone else dies in his place. Can we get some? I'm not good as a DJ. Can we get some really sad music for a second?
On it, I can.
Very well.
I want to monologue. Monologuing is my favorite.
Monologuing's the best.
Monologuing is the best. I love it.
I believe that's enough monologue.
Yeah, there's gonna be a monologue one time where he just goes, "That's enough! That's enough! That's enough! Enough, that is." It's turned into Groot, but all he can say is, "That's enough."
That's enough?
That is enough.
That's enough.
Enough, that is. Is that enough?
Is this what
No.
it's called, flanderizing a character?
Yes. I love it when we do that. Anyway, I think Taisto is like overwhelmed with probably anger from this. I don't know if you want me to actually mark a condition or anything, but probably like at least he's a bit
Oh
miffed.
yeah, you are definitely angry. Somebody's died in your place. Like you are angry as shit.
Yes. All right. Right. Cool. Yes. So. I think Taisto looks up at the scene as it unfolds, like he's being torn back, like struck away from the portal, and then Black Wergarumon the second gets sucked in, and the portal closes, and he's just like, no. Why does it have to be someone else? We are the Digi-destined, we're the chosen ones, and we're supposed to be the ones to protect the Digimon from these kinds of evil attacks. Then there's like a battle between Wergarumon and Holding Angemon is like going on in the background, and Dice just keeps monologuing. It's not supposed to go this way. It's wrong that the people of this world sacrifice themselves for us and because of us. If we hadn't meddled, they would have been safe, but we failed to protect them. And now, because we failed, because I wasn't strong enough, one of them, more than one of them, have been hurt. I can't accept this kind of an atrocity, this kind of a wrong. No matter what happens, we must defeat these Celestials. Mistimon, need to make sure that no one gets hurt again. Then the pair of them spring forward to action yet again for a third time in this episode. I think he may be kind of one note in his like jumping to action. But yeah, let's go. I have resolved. I think Daisto has now resolved or committed himself to save everyone in this scene.
Yep.
All the virus type Digimon in this scene. So I'm going to mark a condition. Let's go with hopeless. Yeah, hopeless means is pretty good. And then I want to pulverize everyone, all the Celestials. I might need a Digivolution for that, so we don't care about ourselves.
By pulverized, do you mean you're going to kill them? Or by pulverized, do you mean you're going to make them leave and back away?
By pulverize, I mean By pulverize, I mean beat them up so bad that they go away and don't come back.
Okay. So let me read how Digimon works again. Yes, when you embody the values of your crest. I think it's quite courageous to jump back in after nearly being killed.
If you say so.
So I think, yeah, you can roll to Digivolve.
That's a 9.
Cool, so you Digivolve.
Thank you.
What does it look like?
Alright, so just a second. There we go. That's that. Right. So as the pair of them take their steps towards the enemy that's engaged in a battle, I think the entire battlefield is again flooded by this absolutely brilliant light that basically washes away all color from everywhere else, and with a flourish of a cape, the light is swept away, and medieval Dukemon stands where Mistimon used to stand. And then medieval Dukemon takes one glance at basically all the Celestials on the scene, and then raises up his halberd, and these green, glowing, energetic runes appear covering it. And he thrusts it forward, and like beams of emerald light shoot out of it to basically strike back everyone that's currently on the Celestial side and engaged in a battle with us.
Cool. So this green beam of light comes out. It hits all the Pidmon, hits all the Angemons, and pins them to the ground, and starts pushing them backwards away from every dark Digimon that you know in the Digimon village. You see Magna Angemon raise his shield. The green beam hits his shield and pushes him back. He lands on the ground and skids as he holds his ground. And
I give you one last chance. Leave now. This village and these Digimon are under our protection. Don't make us enforce it.
Roll to stand up for something. Sorry, was that the roll? The 2d6 plus 4, sorry.
Yes, 7. That's 7.
Cool. Where did the +1 come from on that, by the way? Out of curiosity.
From my game phase.
Ah, game face. Okay, cool. Just double checking. Okay, so you get to choose one of the following. Listeners can't keep doing what they're doing. Listeners can't flee without addressing you. Listeners can't attack you without losing status or position.
I think the listeners can't keep doing what they're doing, which is murdering innocent virus-type Digimon.
Cool. So they stop, and Magna Angemon pushes the beam of light away, and he says, "This isn't over, Digidestined. The three great angels will hear about this." And he ascends into the air and takes his Angemon and Pidomon with him. And they zip across the sky in a sort of like high-speed light sort of transport beam thing.
Scotty, beam us up. All right, so they're going.
Yes.
Didn't get to pummel them. Oh.
So what now? What do you guys do? They've left.
I start going through the records, searching for survivors.
Yeah, so you pick out several Via Lacmon, some of the Sunomons, and I think they were called Phasmomons, the little koala bears. I've forgotten the name. I think it was Phasmomon.
Phascomon.
Phascomon. You pull them out of wreckage and little bits of the fridges that are buried in the ground that they've just took shelter in and hidden in. Some of them are tangled in the wires up in the air. There's some Tsukaimon that tried to fly away and got tangled in the phone lines while they were trying to escape. And you help clip them down using Doraemon's sharp claws. There's heavy casualties. Obviously, many Digimon died before you got there. Wegarumon's brother died, and the entire village is in wreckage from Wegarumon's outburst earlier. And the first thing that happens is as the battle concludes and they leave, you see Black Wegurumon run into the forest and yell, "Gabumon! Gabumon! Where are you?"
Oh, Gabumon's fine. I saved him earlier. However.
He drops to his knees and he puts his head into the ground. He's like, "Thank God. Thank God he's alive. My brother didn't, though. He wasn't so lucky. Why? Why can't they just leave us alone? I knew the Celestials wouldn't forgive us. They wouldn't let us live in peace and return to the world. What did we even do that was so wrong? All we want to do is live."
I had to go for 4 minutes. What even happened now?
Taisto made
That's the time to come back.
Taisto made the Angemon and Magna Angemon piss themselves and run for their lives. And Wegarurumon is now grieving for his dead brother.
Ah, cool, usual.
Esther also drops to his knees. You stole my idea. Drops to his knees, basically underneath where Heaven's Gate was floating, and medieval Dukemon devolves back to Ghostmon, and just like earlier today, tears of sadness and overwhelming sorrow streak down Daisto's cheeks because someone died because he wasn't there to protect them.
I think you also look over at Ghostmon and you see these oily trickles coming down his cheek. landing on the ground and setting off little mini petite blue fires on the floor where his tears land. You hear him mutter under his breath, "I don't deserve to be a Vortex warrior." And then you see him like descend into the ground and disappear.
Someone else can take the spotlight.
Digimon, you see Digimon step out from his home, and you see Wegarurumon's head turn and said, You stood by and you did nothing!" And you see Digimon like raise his hands and his staff and he says, "By the contrary, I protected all the young ones," he says, and he motions over to where he came from, which is the hatchery where all the eggs are. He says, "If it wasn't for me, the future of this world would be in ruins. I'm sorry that I couldn't be of more help. Digidestin, thank you. I see now the errors and in the judgment of the Celestials, and that I was wrong to previously judge these virus-type Digimon. The ones who are truly evil are the angels that purged them for no reason. We must stop this injustice. Where is medieval Gallantmon? I must speak with him." He looks around and doesn't see any trace of medieval Gallantmon anywhere. "Don't tell me he perished too."
No. He just needs alone time. Okay, I'll go grab the kid.
Cool. So you go back into the dark zone and grab Gabumon. And I assume you bring him back to Wegarurumon.
Yeah.
Cool. So you like teleport back with Gabumon in hand and present him to Wegarurumon, who hugs him with all his might. And he's like, "I'm so glad you're safe. I'm so glad no harm came of you." He looks up and he's like, You were the one that saved him?
Yeah.
However can I repay you?
Really don't.
You saved my child. There's nothing that I could do ever in my life to repay you, but if you need me, you say the word, and I'll put my life on the line for you. He says,
Yeah,
"It's the
I'll
honorable
keep
thing
it.
to do." He says, and he grabs Gabumon's hand. He says, "Come on, Gabumon. We have to rebuild our home again," he says as he drudges back in towards Digimon's village.
At that point, Kagayaki just finds some log in the forest, sits on it, and starts muttering to himself.
So I think Wegarurumon there tried to raise your savior and
Good luck with that. It's locked.
lower your reckless, but you've locked it, so can't move.
I have already dedicated myself to saving people.
I think everybody's locked their savior at this point, so everyone knows they're a hero. They don't need to be told. But yeah, he's solemnly walking back towards where the new village was going to be, and all of the homes that had started to be built there have now been demolished. It's like, we're going to need an expert construction crew to get this done. It's going to take forever to build our own village.
Kagayaki is just sitting in the saddle by himself, muttering stuff like, "How the fuck do we deal with that?"
Sonia, Pablo, what are your impressions of what just happened? These angels have descended and mercilessly hunted these Digimon. What are they feeling right now?
Sonia is going to remove her hat as a sign of respect for the ones that have fallen. And she does wonder what's going on? How? Why? Who does such a thing? Do they even realize what's going on? That can't be right. They must not realize what they're doing, right? How can we even call ourselves good by purging the weak? Purging at all? I don't get it. I don't. Why does this always happen? Oh man, I wanna go home.
I think it's exactly this moment, as you say, I want to go home, that Stella steps through the dark area barrier. And she like raises up her hand to her face. And she's like, wow. Wow, this world's beautiful. So much nicer out here.
We're staring at the elect village.
And she can't see the village yet. She's like at the edge of the forest, but she sees like Kageyaki sat on a tree stump muttering to himself.
Yeah, his head is like clasped in his hands, leaning forward.
And she sees Sonia in the air, looking dumbstruck on the back of Pilomar, and she sees a ginormous metal Tyrannosaurus Rex. And she's like, "Oh no, another evil Digimon! What are we doing? Why aren't we fighting it? Surely we have to protect the whoever lives around here, right?"
Hello? Wanna react to the lady being scared of your giant metal dinosaur?
Yeah, I was thinking about to say, like,
It's
he's just, you know, my dog or cat or whatever Gazimon is, it's him. Yeah, he's good.
I think it's a weasel.
It's a fucking weasel. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Gazimon is a dog.
I think it's a dog, but yeah.
It's connected to Gaomon, so like whatever it is, Gaomon also is.
It's like if Gaomon is a dog, then Gazimon is a subspecies, and she should be a dog.
Okay, but then you have the fact that Terriermon is a bunny and Lockmon is a dog. So
True, maybe he's a rabbit. Maybe Gazimon's a rabbit. You know. But yeah, it's that thing.
Well, I'm sorry. I judged the big metal dinosaur as being a danger before I knew what it was. I'm sorry, Gazimon.
And Gazimon, like, fucking giant ass robot dinosaur, is like, no problem.
Would have a high pitched voice?
Yeah, he would. I'm sure.
That's hilarious. I love it. Yeah, I think she like sees that Kageyaki looks to be in some sort of pain. She sits next to him and says, "So, what exactly happened? I saw you all rush off, and I thought you're going off on another adventure and forgot about me."
The fucking Deus Vault happened of all the things.
This what?
Basically, the group called Celestials sent down a lovely army of angels to rid the world of the horrible virus Digimon.
And that's a bad thing?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
You've been living among those virus Digimon for a while now. You know how they are.
I'm sorry.
Vandemon is a special case.
I'm still getting used to all the terminology.
Yeah, basically racism.
My partner's supposed to be here, right? My partner, they're okay, right?
Yeah. Right, let's go. Let's go get that. Let's go get that. Might have the light of hope and stuff.
Cool. So you like take Stella to Digimon's hut where he like incubates all the eggs.
Okay, but first, Sonia, we're going to get Stella's egg.
Oh, yes, I'm coming.
Neat.
Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, you make it to the hatchery. You step
Just
inside.
eating my sandwich.
There are hundreds of eggs in here that Digimon's been protecting. Colourful stripes, spots, zigzags, and designs align each and every one of them uniquely. And as Stella steps in, there's a pinkish glow that comes from her pocket and lights up one of the nearby Digi-eggs that has yellow zigzags across it and little stars between the zigzags. We see the egg begin to crack at the top. Oh my! Is that them?
Yeah, that should be yours.
I don't know what to do, she says. She reaches out and touches the egg. And it cracks again along the top. And the lid pops off. And we see this little yellow triangle-shaped Digimon emerge its head from inside it.
Pikmon?
Starmons.
Right, Starmons, of course.
Chibi Pikmon. Raises
Chibi
its
Pikmon.
head out of the egg. Stella?
Chibikmon.
But I'll be damned, it already knows you.
And then we cut to black.
What happened?
Yay!
was like, what?
Babies.
Cool.
I love how it hatched into a caltrop.
So, end the session.
Okay. Oof.
Let's start
Okay.
with.
Let's start
with Sonia. We haven't started with Sonia in a while. Sonia, have you gone close to the others, into your own image of yourself, or further away from the others? Explain why, and then do the appropriate thing.
Good question. It probably would be growing into our own image of herself. That's the most accurate thing that that happened, but it's not really a whole lot. I would go down and put down Savior if I could, because she didn't really save anything. But I would say, I don't know. She feels probably less superior because she couldn't manage to convince people, and she didn't feel like she saw how the angels felt powerful and above it all, and she doesn't see herself as that. And plus kind, because yeah, that's how she rolls.
Kind and reckless.
She is Sonia.
Sonia is now kind and reckless. And very unique.
Yeah.
I feel like that sums up Sonia in a nutshell, actually. That's actually really nice.
As if it was planned all along.
Mark your free potential for finishing the session.
Yes. Also, does the comfort and support scene count as talking about the darkness, or?
It'd be your own darkness that you have to talk about for that.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking.
So if you brought up your own darkness, then yes. If you didn't, then no.
Yeah, okay.
We'll go with Kagiaki next.
Alright, so I level up from the potential.
Cool.
It was at 4. And now I do a thing.
A thing?
Yes. As my character said, and since it was not resolved, Taisto officially loses influence over me permanently.
Well,
Cool. So Taisto permanently loses influence over Kagiaki. Kagiaki no longer cares what Taisto thinks of him. That doesn't necessarily mean that you don't care about Taisto, or that you don't care about working with him or being his friend. That just means that when it comes to who you are, you don't care about Taisto's input on that. Also, you get +1 to any stat of your choice when you take that. I don't know if you've already done that or not.
No, I'm definitely not raising kind. In fact, kind is going down. And I will, I guess I'll raise superior since he decided by himself to just cut ties. Cut ties out. He gave up on him officially.
Yeah. Cool. And as you grow into your own image of self, so you see yourself as being more detached from the group, less personal, and more like you need to get the job done type.
And now that we have a fucking Deus Vault in our hands, yes, we gotta need to get the job done.
Cool. Pablo.
How do you talk to them?
Yeah.
Did you grow closer to the others, further away from the others, or into your own image?
I think. I think I might have grown away from. It's tough because I interacted with Kayaki, which was kind of horrible, but I think I also grew closer with Sonia after seeing her so distraught over the team fight.
Yeah.
So I'd say I grew closer then to Sonia.
Okay, so clear a condition, and then give influence of you over to Sonia. Do you already have influence over Pablo?
I'm not sure.
Sonia?
I have influence over Pablo, so...
So you get to fuck him up.
Fuck him up! Fuck him up!
Fuck me up, yay!
Oh, man.
How do you want to see Pablo in the next episode?
That is not a valid answer.
Doing it without watching is difficult. Okay. What would I want him to be? I'd want him to be probably... I don't know, probably a bit kinder and less unique, probably, because I don't... He seemed to be on his own betting on whoever was going to win in a fist fight and looking at this really difficult
still stand by the
dispute.
fact that Kayaki would win, by the way. That's not.
And yeah, she thinks that he should probably tone that down a little bit and fit in with the rest, maybe, and be a bit more kind. Yeah.
So plus kind
Unique.
and minus what do you say?
Unique.
Ah, damn. -1 unique.
Out of curiosity as well, Pablo, which of your labels is locked? Because obviously you've gone to Ultimate, but it doesn't say any of them are locked.
Oh shit, I forget.
Can't believe you forgot.
Also, I love that nobody can lower your fat stat because it's permanently at 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd look that one.
Wait, oh, I just noticed that. Oh, I'm so dumb. I thought I put it 1, not 3. Damn. Really hate myself.
No. Now it's locked. It's at 3 forever.
Yeah. You guys might try and down it, but I'll always be fat at 3.
So sorry, which one are you trying
That's
to...
your choice.
Which one are you trying to lock, sorry?
I don't know.
The stat that you lock will be won't be able to go down forever, so it is not stupid to lock the.
That's correct. The only one who can change. Oh wait, Kagayaki hasn't. Kagayaki doesn't have an alternate evolution yet, right?
Yeah, mine is mine is a long time.
You haven't even picked it. Yeah, you haven't even picked it.
It's gonna happen in the long run.
Kagayaki and Taisto are the only ones who can change a locked label anymore, so...
Right. Yeah, so, what was I saying? Only the tools. So, what else we have to do real quick?
Sorry, say that again.
What are you asking?
What do we have to do now? I forget. I only move the levels now.
So you've moved the labels. You need to lock one of them because you've got an ultimate level, and then you need to mark
What?
potential
I guess.
and clear a condition as well.
Oh, right, I get to get the mission. Aside from the fact that like it would be pre-gamey to lock Savior at 3, I do think this episode kind of reinforced Pablo trying to save people and shit.
Yeah, you protected
Like,
Taisto, or at least
I
you
think
attempted to protect
a lot.
Taisto.
I think a lot
Easter,
Savior.
like,
I think a
just
lot.
a reminder: the only person you've ever tried to save is Dice, so please don't look Savior. You're not using Savior for that one.
True. Yes. So yeah, I'll like.
But yeah,
a lot.
lock Savior. Go ahead and lock Savior. Do it. You won't.
Cool, a lot Savior. Can I like mark that as well?
Cool. So I'll just put a little
Yeah.
box around it to make sure it looks like it's locked, so we know for the
We
future.
we've put Elino and I have put the box of the with the text the same color as the plus. You know, like
Yeah, I've just
I'll level up and I'll get.
kind of like this. Yeah. It's even a bit darker.
We're all going to save people, except Sonia. Sonia is probably going to kill people, from what I'm looking
Yes. Exactly.
What are like advanced moves again?
They're in the advanced moves tabs. You get to they're basically upgraded versions of the basic moves that let you do more powerful things.
Okay, let me look up.
Remember to clear a condition, but while you look at those, we'll go to Taisto real quick. So Taisto, which option are you picking?
I don't fucking know. The fuck? This is a way too difficult of a question.
I know sometimes it's so awkward to pick something.
I feel like you've done like all of them this episode.
Yes, that is exactly the point. I can't. He has obviously grown closer to Sonia, and he has obviously grown away from Kagayaki, if that's even possible. In a very
true.
weird, in a very weird roundabout way, he has also kind of grown closer to Kagayaki because I think he basically due to the influence of Higeki and Sonia. So I think I'm going to pick the middle option and grown to his own image of himself.
Okay.
But then comes the question of what the fuck am I going to do the labels with? Because I think I have a good argument for raising all over in each one of them. Why is this so difficult?
Okay, are you allowed to pick superior to lower it and inflict yourself with a condition?
Yes.
Do that.
No.
But it's going to be funny.
Yeah.
Like if it was me, like I feel like
Yes, help me, Game Master, help me. You're my only hope.
So there's two ways you can think about this, right? So in the actual session itself, you were very confrontational and snappy because of your hurt, and you closed off when Kageki confronted you. So you could lower your kind and raise your unique because obviously you're being a bit of like you kind of distancing yourself from the others in that way. But on the other hand, you had the heart to heart with Sonia, and you've changed your outlook and you want to mend the wound. So if you're looking towards the future, you're probably raising kind, lowering unique. Obviously, good luck with that, but that's the outlook that we got when you were talking things through with Sonia, I think. At least that's the vibe I was getting, unless you think otherwise.
Right, thanks. You have actually helped me. So yeah, I don't think what you just described about his resolution is actually accurate. Yeah, so lowering kind and raising unique. Let's go with that. Sure.
Okay, cool. So you see yourself as more distanced from the others.
Oh yeah.
And you see yourself as Isolated in a way, like not majorly isolated, but like you're starting to like
Yes.
make that
Yes,
gap.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
That makes sense.
exactly.
Okay,
There we
and then
go.
mark your free potential if you would like to. Again, it's optional.
I think I'm gonna take it this time. I want an advancement.
Yes, one step closer to death.
And Pablo, which upgrade did you pick while we were in the interim?
Yeah, you decide to pick advanced move, and if you want to pick stand up for someone.
Okay, so the same thing that Tyster has. That's cool. So
Okay, so
Yeah.
now we have the the Naruto opening, but twice. You both stand up.
stand up.
Yeah, we know the deal with airline food.
Stand up.
Cool. That's awesome. So post credits scene, I guess. Unless everyone has anything else they want to raise before I do that.
Actually, you lock a label when you unlock your moment of when you use the moment of truth. The alternate evolution count as well.
Yes, it's a moment of truth.
So when you use
So
when you use the alternate moment of truth, you unlock a locked label and lock a different one to show how the reason like that you like changed your outlook on yourself is why the evolutions happened. If that makes sense. If you didn't have any locks in the first place, then you don't lock anything basically because there's nothing to unlock and relock.
No, you see, it's a do as much as you can. So, you first unlock something, you can't, you move on, you lock something.
But you see, it's a cost, so you unlock something to lock something. So because she can't pay the cost, she can't.
The cost is ticking the box.
Nerd jokes.
Applying Digimon card game logic to role playing. Great. I never thought we'd be in this position. Yeah, so you don't need to lock anything further because you've only unlocked your ultimate. So it's after the first moment of truth, you lock labels each time you take it. By the end of the game, you should have locked 3 labels, is the idea, and have 2 that still move around. And you'll have one alternate moment of truth, which lets you swap which one gets locked, so you can unlock one that you want to move around a bit more if you want to. Some people jump the gun and lock them too early, and then they're like, oh shit, I didn't actually want to lock this label yet, and then they can use their alternate moment of truth to sort of get out of that if they want to.
Sounds familiar. I wonder who that applies to.
Nah, I don't even know him.
That one person that locked his reckless at +2 instead of +3.
No, it's actually the savior at +3 that I don't like.
Oh, do you not? Okay.
So
Well,
you
I
wish to
want
kill
it
people.
+2.
when you take your alternate moment of truth, we can unlock that, I guess, and lock something else.
Yes, definitely. I just hope that it comes before I run out of things to like mark.
Hopefully.
I mean, the alternate moment of truth, it's up to you when you use it. Like, I know you like setting up dramatic, backstory-driven, like, reasons for the Digivolution and whatnot. So feel free to do that. But you can also just use it as like a save the day type thing if you want to.
But that's the point. I don't want to.
Okay, that's fine. I just thought I'd let you know because obviously if you run out of boxes to tick, it's going to be you won't be able to mark any more potential, which is
but you can use the alternative.
But then, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Also, I just want to say I've just thought of a brilliant idea of how to do the countdown once your bond starts severing. I'm gonna write that down for later. Cool. So, anyone else have anything they want to raise before I go into the post-credit scene?
We should eventually start talking about my ultimate moment of truth because I'm so lost on what the fuck to do about it.
I'm sure we'll come up with a very potent way to get you to use it. I have a lot planned for this arc, so there's going to be a lot of opportunity to fight very powerful Digimon in this arc. The kid gloves are off.
Nice.
We're all gonna die.
As you can tell by me almost killing Tyster this episode, but killing someone
It's
else.
a shame that it didn't actually happen, honestly.
I
Can't wait for a
I
role
think
new
it would be
character.
a very,
he had
very...
to die in Ep 25, so he's past his time. He should have died.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it'd be very anticlimactic for the story if Taisto just got sucked into subspace and disappeared forever.
I
But
mean,
it would be
honestly,
I would
That
enjoy
would have been perfect.
No,
That would be
I'm not
ideal.
sure how
I think-
killing a main character works for the setting.
I think, you know, because I'm the game master and I like to put you all through hell, the best torture for Taisto is to keep him alive and kill someone else. Like, you know,
It's actually very true.
it's his own personal hell, so.
Oh, by the way, what's like in-game Sack's situation?
In-game, what, sorry, situation?
Like Sack, where is he right now?
He's floating in the stars.
I like to think that he's, like, berating Vandamon somehow.
Yeah, he's just there.
Fucking guy,
Like, we can-
holy shit.
We can also say that, like, in universe, he joined you, but he was more on the supportive, healing everybody, trying to like help the wounded Dark Zone members that have been hit by some light beams but not being killed by them with
Right, yeah,
Demon's healing
nice.
powers and whatnot. Obviously, fingers crossed, his eyes will be better next session, and he won't be in pain. He'll be able to see. He'll join us, and we'll have the full party back. Fingers crossed, and fingers
So
crossed.
I won't get a big
Fingers crossed. Kageaki won't have to go to boot camp.
But we'll cross the
We
junction when we
hope
get
for
there.
the best.
Because you know, it'd be nice to have everybody, which would be great. Okay, post-credit scene, and then we'll wrap things up.
Epic.
Let me see what I'm going to do for my post-credit scene. 1 second. Okay, so I think we get a shot of so this is like heavenly location, lit by glorious light sky, the sun beaming down on the cloudly surface as several angels erupt through the bottom of the cloud, including Magna Angemon. They land softly on the cloud, walk a few meters forward into what looks to be some sort of, I want to say like a temple type thing. Magna Angemon, we get like a shot of Magna Angemon walking into the temple, and we see 3 thrones from the back. And he kneels down before them. He says, "O mighty, great angels, I have failed thee. The virus-type Digimon were not fully purged. The Digidestined interfered. I fear that they too have been corrupted." We see a shot of a very large blue-gloved hand rested on the arm of the throne that he sat in. He says, we get like a shot of Seraphimon's face. His blue star-shaped mask on it, glowing with heavenly awe. He says, "Send in Sekamon. He will deal with the stragglers." "Yes, my lord." And Magna Angemon flies and lights a beacon at the top of this tower, and we see another shot now of the Dark Zone. We see a sort of pyramid in the center of the Dark Zone, and what we see is this fire light up in the sky of the Dark Zone, and we see this very muscular Digimon with dark purple skin. It's got these blue tribal tattoos all over its body. It seems to be in this ancient Egyptian garb with a big headpiece. It's got massive blue wings behind its back, with these large green emeralds encrusted into the tops of the crest of the wing. He's holding this big Ankh staff. He's got a beaked face and this sort of red but like you know how birds have those little like flecks across their eyes where it shows like this red inflection. It's like that. It's got this red jute coming out of his eyes. A very long red scarf adorns the top of his head and wraps around his ankh. And we see him look up and say, "Anubismon, the beacon has been lit." And then we fade to black.
Big boy's coming soon.
Possible.
Mm. Why does everyone want to fight us?
I was wondering what the fuck you're describing.
It's not a canonical Digimon.
Yeah, that is why I was wondering what the fuck is he describing, because I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, I was also like, what the heck is it?
I'm like, what is it?
Also, that thing has definite like furry energy, like. Oh.
You know.
Half of
UFO
Digimon
people
has
know.
furry energy, come on now.
Furry energy.
Yeah, but it is true. That has big furry energy. Like, a certain kind of furry energy.
I'm just gonna like show it on screen for everybody at home who wants to watch this stream later. This is Sekamon.
Looks cool. I like it.
So is that even like a fan-made Digimon,
Can
or
you
is that...
spell it, by the way?
He is a fan-made Digimon. I said
Oh,
that this season
right.
I would be using a couple of them because I thought they looked cool, and you guys said that you'd be interested in that, so I've weaved them into
Yeah.
the story.
I
That's
would
fine.
appreciate spelling the name, though.
Yeah, I'll spell it
Yeah,
out for
true.
you.
How the fuck do you type that out?
Cool, I'll spell it. Just 2
It's
seconds.
different when I don't actually have an idea of how it's spelled. Sekiramon.
Sekiramon. So like Sekir is in the god of the underworld in Egyptian.
Well, you know, if you're allowing, you know, a fan-made Digimon, I very much would appreciate the one that Sonia posted in fan art. Just saying.
I mean, I did post a thumbs up with that, so you know, do with that what you will.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'll just remember, you know? I'll remember.
Garudamon but Egypt. I like that description.
I mean, it is.
I didn't see the parallel until now, but yes,
Yeah.
it looks like Garudamon but Egypt. Just for reference,
Well-
he is a mega level Digimon, or I guess ultimate for you guys that like Japanese
Level
dub.
6.
For
Yeah,
the ones
that-
that use the
that is-
proper terminology.
There is no
He's level
proper
6.
terminology, there is only English and Japanese terminology.
Yes, there's the original and the changed.
And neither make
Okay.
very much sense, to be fair.
I don't know.
Can we just mix them? Can we have like rookie, champion,
Mega?
perfect, ultimate or something?
Well, I do like how perfect in...
Ultimega
I got like a
and
Portuguese, just throw a Portuguese station name in there as well.
In fact,
because-
I've always hated perfect, to be honest. I feel like it should be like I feel like mega should have been ultra, but aside from that, I think the English terms are really nice. But that's just me.
Ultra is a cringe name.
Well, to me, like mega is like doesn't mean anything, whereas ultra means going beyond like the norm and being like extra special. Whereas like ultimate is like the final. So like to me, like going beyond the ultimate is ultra. Yeah, that's just me. I'm not going to get into that debate because I know people like different things.
Next
Yeah, fine,
stream
fine.
isn't even like the role playing. It's just us debating about station names for 3 hours.
Yeah.
The only
I'd be
thing
down.
that bothers me, is the ultimate. That's a different stage depending on the version you're talking about. But beyond that, you have fun.
Oh, I like those stages, Taisto. I especially like Chucky.
I really don't like Sandal. I hate Sandal with all my being. Jesus Christ. Get that away
I
from me.
mean, Ultifact
really
sounds
like
like a
Fresh.
defective ultimate.
Baining was raised in darkness. I actually didn't see the light until he became a Chucky.
I quite like Bane.
What are you doing, young one? I'm baining!
We have fun. Yeah.
Anyway, I guess we're not doing the next time in Digimon Vortex thing, which is like, okay, I need to kind of go. Thanks for the
I
session
mean,
again.
I guess next time on Digimon Vortex, you're going to meet Sakamon, I guess. But yeah,
I
feel free
assume
to,
so, yeah.
yeah, feel free to head off if you need to. Thanks for coming. As always, you guys make these sessions possible, and I'm very happy to run them. I'm very excited for the story that's to come. Fingers crossed we get to keep everybody in the coming sessions, but obviously...
I hope I will keep making this session possible.
But yeah, I think the next session is going to be sometime in May, because obviously none of us are free at all in April. It's probably going to be the second weekend in May, which will be, unless anyone's busy on that weekend, which will be the 7th or 8th of May.
Okay, so it's gonna be May.
Yeah.
Anyone got that?
Bye.
It was very funny.
Right, see you later.
Bye.
See you.
Have fun. Time monologuing. Bye. Thanks for putting up with me. Bye.
Bye.
It was fun. Bye, everybody. And until next time. Oh.
Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Digimon Vortex. Once again, thanks for watching. We'll be back in the middle of May. Unfortunately, due to schedule clashes, we won't be back during April. But you'll have to see what happens next time on the next episode of Digimon Vortex then. Thanks for watching. Peace.